What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's the Real Ones Gaming Podcast back again. Yes, yes.
Gotta add that one.
Add the DJ sound
gotta
effects.
add that one. Right.
Man, look, if I can get a Stream Elements account, Stream Deck account from Elgato, I sure enough would add that. Sure enough. And thank y'all for the follows. I see a lot of y'all in here. Let me just make sure I got everything correct. Yeah, so shout out to Wash and Distortion. Word.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all for follows. And thank you for everybody that just followed. I see y'all.
You are friends. Yes.
Word.
Real. You are the real ones. Okay. You are the real ones.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
So once again, this is the Real Ones Gaming Podcast every Sunday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, right here on Twitch, and with the recordings uploaded up to Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, your dining room table,
right,
everywhere.
We're everywhere you want to be.
Exactly. Wherever you need us, we're there for you. We're gonna get into the usual suspects. However, we're gonna introduce our special guest first.
Yay.
Pinky, would you like to do the introduction, or would you like me to do it?
Well, since I was put on the spot, I'm gonna have to do it. Well, she's my friend today, Lene. It's my friend, y'all. She is a big educator in gaming. I've been watching her for a very long time now. And she does amazing work. I haven't seen anyone that takes on gaming and use it for an educational piece. And I love that, especially being a mom of two kids, younger kids that love gaming as well as I do. And I really appreciate that. So I personally want to tell you thank you for that, because that's life. And yes, also, she loved Minecraft, y'all. Yes! Because it seems like no one else loves Minecraft as much as I do, but she does, and I can appreciate that. I love that. But yes, Miss Janey Laney, y'all. Woo!
Hi! Yay! Woohoo! Hi, Kick. Hi, guys.
Right.
Why was I about to say welcome to the stream? Sorry. But, hi. I do want to say I'm really thankful and grateful for being able to be a guest. I have no idea. I mean, I read the itinerary, but I have no idea what's supposed to happen on today's show, so it should be very glorious. I'm excited, though, because not often do I even ever stumble upon podcasts that deal with gaming that A, have a lot of people of color, and B, actually talk about more than just the streaming side of the gaming industry. So I'm happy. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited too.
Nice. All right, and as y'all know, it's the regulars. Maya is currently out right now, so shout out to Maya. You can check her out, twitch.tv/Maya_97. And she'll be back next week. And you also know my other co-host. She's out here in her fur coat, walking down the red carpet.
Mind your business.
Making money moves in her bloody shoes. She out here playing with celebrities.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Playing Among Us, Call of Duty, and The Sims with celebrities, I might add.
Uh-oh.
No.
She out here calling Tony Baker sus. Because he was in the cleaners when he was supposed to be in med bay.
Can you imagine him playing Among Us? I can hear him now. Doing over here. Right.
Queen of the 8 Mile.
Of the 8 Mile.
It's Miss Pinky 313.
Of the 8 Miles. I got you, Green. Hey friends, hey! I'm gonna get y'all. Well, hey y'all. I hope you guys had an awesome, amazing week. I hope you guys. No, I know. Britt said I bought I ain't bought nobody no PS5. I can't even find my damn self.
She bought me a Lexus yesterday. I was surprised.
Alexis?
Yeah. I mean, it's not Tesla, but it's still good. I needed the car. So it's
say they no Tesla, but they'll do. Hey, if I do make it that far, I swear, all my friends getting Teslas, okay? Any color they want, they can have it. But yes, y'all, I hope you guys had an awesome, amazing week. I know I did. Got a lot of things accomplished, my little tired self. But yeah, it was good. I'm trying to see anything awesome happen, like real awesome, because I know a lot of people can't talk about right now, but a lot of projects got done. Hopefully this week I can hear back from some stuff. So it's been a good week. I'm claiming it already. You know, God got me. The universe is, is aligning with each other and, dancing with the ancestors. So I know it's going to happen. And I know it's going to happen for you too. So just keep doing what you're doing. Don't slack up, lay it down. We got about, 3 more weeks for the year? And then we in 2021. And I already said 2021 is your year. So make sure you lay all the foundation, the building blocks. Get your friends, get your family that believe in your goals. Anybody else, leave them at the door. Bars. So you can make 2021 your year. But yes, y'all can find me on Instagram, 313 Queen Pinky. You can find me on Twitter, Miss Pinky 313 Play _ YouTube. My YouTube video is up. The newest video that I have is Duty with Friends, number 13. Check it out. It's hilarious. I called it PBS Kids. So if you love your old school cartoons, I know you'll love that piece. So yeah, on YouTube, 313 Miss Pinky. And I'm on TikTok. I don't know how to work it just yet. Let me put that out there.
Renegade.
Right. I'm still trying to learn. I think I might have a buddy to help me out as far as how to do it. And I think we'll just do it like a mother and son, mother and daughter type videos, cooking. I see a lot of cooking, like quick cooking stuff on TikTok. I'm excited. Okay. So yeah, I got some plans for TikTok. Green put me up on. He been putting his stuff out there. I'm like, I want to try it. So yeah, I'm gonna try it out.
I'm trying to get to 1,000, so I got to do whatever I can.
I'll help you take you there. I will show you the way.
If TikTok and Pinky don't take me there, I'm going straight to OnlyFans.
I'm done.
I'll make it there somehow. OnlyFans will pave the way.
Right. But yeah, y'all follow me on TikTok. It's the same. Miss Pinky 313. Green said you said if this don't work, I'm going straight to OnlyFans.
But you heard how much confidence he had with the OnlyFans.
Exactly.
Like he knows he can make stuff jump on OnlyFans. I'm just so concerned.
It'll work.
Exactly. I'm a little concerned too. My blood pressure is a little bit high.
Hey, look.
I know it ain't just tea that's making me hot. I'm trying to figure it out. Do I have to call Mrs. Panda in for a group?
Just so you know, I know the stats over there. Okay.
Okay. Get your algorithm. Okay.
My brand is definitely will be popping over there. Tell you.
I know what they want. Oh my god.
But yes, y'all, it's me. It's Great SP. I don't feel like I'm gonna do the whole thing. Yeah, it's me, the Panda. What up? You can check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv /GreenSP_. You can also check me out on Twitter, Instagram, GreenSP_R1G. I am also on Facebook Gaming.
Yay!
Yes. R1G GreenSP. Because somebody already took GreenSP. Who else would have GreenSP? Don't know. But whatever.
So did you ever check that out?
Yeah.
To see if they still got it up?
No, it just says it's not there. The same thing that happened on Twitch.
Oh wow.
It says that I guess the account been banned. But like, all right, if you've been banned, then I mean, can a brother get it? I mean, I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah, I forgot to introduce myself. Oh God, I'm sorry about that. I'm so terrible with it. But I am. Hi, hello, again. I am Janey Laney, or whatever you guys want to call me at this point in time. I answer to so many things, especially when people are offering me money. If they call me, they could call me Chupacabra, and if Chupacabra comes with money, I will take it. But you can find me predominantly on Facebook Gaming. I am a Facebook Gaming partner at fb.gg/RealJaneyLaney. On Twitch, it's twitch.tv/TheRealJaney Laney. You guys see that I could never just have Janey Laney anymore. And then on Twitter, it's _Janey Laney.
Yeah.
This was a while ago on Facebook. I was trying to find you on there.
Man.
Your name. I was like, wait a minute.
Hold on. Because the girl who is Janey Laney is not me.
That's what I said. I was like, that ain't it.
It's not me, but I possibly will be able to acquire that. I mean, I'm okay with just being Real Janey Laney for now, but like once I get like to be like Ninja or something, oh no, all Janey Laney accounts will belong to me. I will pay those people to take those accounts.
Yeah, I need to become a Green SP. I was just like, I don't know what you did to like get banned, but you don't need it anymore, so. Go ahead, pass that name over to me.
Cause I'm trying to figure out cause I forgot who it was. I didn't click on it, I don't know, little razzle dazzle. So I'm looking. I was like, wait a minute, this ain't her. And I think it was like maybe not. It was one top, but I think it was like 2 others. But I think those might have been like Facebook accounts.
Yes.
Just with that.
Yes. Facebook account Janey Laney. I am Caucasian. Apparently.
Yes.
So that is what you're going. I am a Caucasian lady. I have long tresses of blonde hair, and I do things with my cool friends. That's my alter ego, apparently. So, but yeah. I mean, it was honestly because of the fact that I have not ever since Mixer. I have not been able to get just regular Janey Laney. It's like I'm used to it now. I'm used to it. It's very sucky, but I do have youtube.com/Janey Laney. Boom, YouTube has loved me because I've been Janey Laney on there. So
forever, yeah.
So everybody else hates me.
But you know what? It's the funny thing about it too, and I hope everybody else that's listening that actually wants to be a content creator, whatever name you decide to have, make sure you sign up for everything, all your social media. Even if you think you're not going to use it, still do it. Because I did that. Yeah, I made sure to do that. I have everything, so I don't have to worry about names so much. But for Instagram, even though I'm 313 Queen Pinky on there, because that used to be my cake business, I just swapped it. I still picked up Miss Pinky 313 on Instagram just in case, you take that just in case. That'll be a backup account or not.
I mean, I kind of like people not really being able to find me off the top because I'm telling you, when you're a content creator, people are crazy. They do try to find you, and you're like, that's not my name on here.
Oh yeah, it's some creeps. I didn't seen it firsthand. I'm like, oh, okay, go off, sis.
Well, I know. Maybe like earlier in the year, I had a vision, and the vision was, Pornhub might not be that much of a bet. Hear me out. I was like, Pornhub doesn't have like a really big section for gamers, and I was like, I wonder. So I started posting video game content over there on Pornhub.
What? So there's a site for that.
But it ain't it.
But I was like, YouTube is really crowded.
I'm just so concerned.
And I was like,
I told him that. I said, I don't know if you want to do that. I'm very concerned.
Hold on, wait a minute now, because I looked at it the other day, just being curious. I was like, you know what? I wonder what those videos were like. Who's that?
What?
Yeah, I was wondering what those videos were like, and thank you for the follow. And I was like, I wonder how many views it got. And I looked, and it was like, oh, you got 432. I was like, so what you're telling me is,
No.
I need to take my whole YouTube catalog and just go in there and put it on Pornhub.
See,
That's
listen,
what you're telling me.
that's the reason why. That's the reason why OnlyFans was nothing to him. That's why he's already left his mark.
If I'm getting that kind of views with a Call of Duty video,
because they think it's something else. They think that it's like this is not Call of Duty. But no,
it's Call of Duty.
They all watched it. They all liked it. So therefore,
You gonna take your stuff and run?
Hey, I might have to test out the field again. And put a couple of my streams over there and see how they do. Be like, oh, okay, cool.
You know what? I did, because when Green mentioned it to me, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, because like I play The Sims and I have Wicked Whims and other mods on my Sims. So some of those mods you can actually have the streamer streamer mode on or off. So I wanted to do 18 and up. I was like, well, yeah, that probably would be the best bet to go over there. But I said, nah, because creepers might, try to find me, and nah, I don't need those issues, especially being a Black woman. So I was like, no, I'm sure.
I mean, you could always go under a different name and collect your money.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell them anything.
But I mean, just because you're on Pornhub doesn't necessarily mean you're doing porn.
What?
I mean, you're not naked on there. So, I mean...
Yeah,
I mean...
But you know how people are, like, pretends are, they take a little... Excuse me, let us, a little step forward, and I don't want to take that step forward.
No, listen, that's when you make your OnlyFans account per your sim. So just create your own sim life. So technically speaking, they think that you're a sim. I don't know how that is going to work, but they're just going to think that you're a sim. Make your own sim Instagram and all of that stuff, and you're just a sim. It's like your Barbie.
You are right.
We don't know who moves those Barbies, but they're Barbie.
But I would also like to be if they have a partnership. I did hear that Pornhub has their own MLG.
Why are you so deep into this? I'm just so concerned.
They do. They have their own MLG team, and I'm just like, oh, that's a sponsorship. A sponsorship is a sponsorship.
No, that's different. What are the benefits of it?
Money.
I'm conflicted. I'm just conflicted.
Send me to the Adult Video Award ceremony. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, you're gonna pop up with a controller and they think it's the new toy of the month. Like, no.
Shoot. I'll go up there and be like, and now I'm pronouncing the best video of the year. Greensp. Yes. I would like to thank.
They're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill you. You're not gonna walk out alive. They're gonna kill you.
Right. Green is gonna have all the opinions of a certain somebody come to me and like, why? How did you win that award? You didn't do anything.
You're gonna start trending, man. Go viral.
Right.
Do what you gotta do, yo. If you see an opportunity open, people take it. Shoot. So yeah, who knows? Next week I might be announcing my return to, the good old hub.
Jeez, that just made my skin crawl. The good old hub. Like, how was your career over there before? Because it sounds like you.
No, I literally just posted one video, just jokingly, just to see how it would work, and then I completely forgot about it. And then the other day I was like, I do have a video up there. I wonder how many views I got on that. And when I saw the 400, I was like, now here's the same videos on YouTube, and it's got 6. I need to go back to Hub. Like, they appreciate me more over there.
Oh, Oh, okay.
They know talent over there, okay? They don't know talent over there.
That's wild.
But YouTube, if you do want to do a sponsorship with me as well, I'm cool with that. Just to let you know.
Not after all that.
Hey, look, you gotta do what you gotta
said, go to the hub.
Right, go to the hub.
Do what you gotta do. Hey, look, if they ever started a gaming streaming site over there, Oh, I know a couple streamers going over there.
Oh,
I know quite a few.
They have a Plex Storm. They have a Plex Storm website. It's called Plexi Storm or Plex Storm, and that's what that is. Oh. It's really so what happened was when Mixer went down, and people were getting mad because they couldn't create the content. They didn't feel right and stuff. One former Mixer partner was like, you know what? I'm going to Plex Storm. So I was, so I didn't know what it was about. So I'm like, and remember, you're supposed to secure your name on all stuff. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I clicked it. And I was like, at first, when you look at the top thing, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a lot of girls here. And then I looked at everything else. I said, what?
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the website now.
And it's like literally you get to do whatever you want while you're streaming video games.
Oh, okay. And
you could do whatever you need to do for tips. They don't care. Do what you feel.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I see some interesting things. Okay.
We get DMCA'd over there.
Okay. I see. Plex Storm, you say? Yeah, this looks very interesting.
That's my new outlet. I will for my grown and sexy skills.
But in the chat, Frosty is in agreement with me. He said fax screen, and then Bridge said I go to the gaming part of the hub. See, it's an audience for that. Sometimes you just don't want to watch the adult stuff. Sometimes you just want to watch a game thing. Green SP link me. Look, y'all gonna have to find that on y'all own. All right, you ain't about to get me banned off this. She said it multiple times. Y'all better Google it. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. All right, but let's get on to the show. As y'all know, we like free stuff here. Along with the hub of free stuff, we like free games. So, Maya isn't here today.
Free, it's for me.
Yes. So I'll go ahead and read the Twitch and the PlayStation. For Twitch, free games. If you got a PC and you got Twitch Prime, it's probably called Prime Gaming now. We keep forgetting that every goddamn week.
Yeah. What's the name so much?
Yeah, it will always be Twitch Prime for us. Mm-hmm. You can get close to the sun. Oh, okay. I thought that was my phone for a minute. You can get close to the sun. You can get Hyperdot. You can get Sigma Theory, Global Cold War. Ooh. You can get Wizard Legend, and you can get Turmoil.
Hyperdot is great.
Okay, I thought so because everybody been talking about Hyperdot. I don't know about the rest of the games. They all look cool. The cover art does, but that tricks you sometimes.
Oh yeah, I get you every each time.
Mm-hmm. Especially what's that? Sigma Theory. That looks cool, but I bet you it's boring. Bridge says I have Close to the Sun. Never played it, and Hyperdot is boo.
No, Hyperdot is actually cool, and it was actually developed by a black game developer. He was in college, and this was his college project, and he was able to get it on multiple platforms. I'm gonna be honest, the game it reminds me of how Snake used to be to everybody back then. It's a cool little chill game. You're trying to sit up there and collect stuff and avoid stuff, and then you die a couple times and throw your controller. Right? Yeah, Hyperdot.
Okay, so everybody try Hyperdot out, see how it is.
Where they gave me some codes for Hyperdot, but at the time I didn't have a gaming PC, so I gave them to my friends, and I didn't get a chance to play.
Now you do. For free.
Well, I play now, yeah.
Yeah. For PlayStation Plus, that's my area of expertise. We got Worms Rumble, which our residential real one, King AJ, actually did a review on YouTube for. Yeah. Looks pretty damn fun. Mm-hmm. You can get Worms Rumble on the PS5 or the PS4. Yes. You can also get Rocket Arena, and you can get Just Cause 4. as well. I played Just Cause 4, and that's pretty fun. It's just the same thing as Just Cause 3, to be quite honest.
So no, there's no change.
New place, new little gadgets. Just Cause has always been a series where you really don't care about the story, quite honestly. You just play it because you can do wacky and weird things that you can't do in real life. So it's kind of like a more realistic version of GTA or Saints Row.
Oh.
To be honest, it is. You get like these gadgets. You're in a military facility in a distant country that normally takes on the place of like Cuba or something like that. And you can fly around and zip line. It's a weird game, but if you want to put a whole bunch of sticky bombs on cows and just watch them fly, it's a good game. Do what you got to do. Rocket Arena. I think we all saw it at the not EA. What was it? Ubisoft Forward? No, it was it. Yeah, Ubisoft Forward. Rocket Arena is kind of like a mix between Fortnite and Rockets in a smaller map.
Yeah, I do want to play it. I did download it, so because when I did write about this about that for Real Ones, actually Real Ones and Blurred, I wrote about that, and it looked fun, like the gameplay, or not the gameplay, but the advertisement and stuff. It looked fun.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just haven't play it just yet.
It's okay if you're into like shooting games and you just want to try something new. Yeah, Rocket Arena should be the one that you try. It's free, so and it just came out like a couple months ago.
If it's free, it's for me.
So PlayStation players like myself, go ahead and pick them up. Even if you don't feel like playing them now, at least put them in your library. You can download them later. And I always tell people, even if you don't have a PS5, it's okay. And go in there, go on your phone or on your computer. Go to your account and download all the PS5 games that are free to your library. Because then when you do get a PS5, now you got a whole library full of games already that you can just download and play for free. So don't waste your PS Plus. All right, and Pinky, what about Xbox Gold?
Well, so for the Xbox free games, Xbox Gold free games, if you will, for the month of December, we have The Raven Remastered, Bleed 2, Saints Row Get Out of Hell, and Stacking. I know I love me some Saints Row. I would like to try out Get Out of Hell, but I don't know if it's gonna give me that same feeling when I played the original Saints Row the Third. So I don't know. Like, as far as the story goes, if you will. But yeah, Bleed 2 looks fun.
It is.
Yeah, because you did play it before, right?
Yep, I beat it in one sitting. I was very proud of myself.
Okay, you go then.
On stream.
Oh, you did it on the stream too? Okay, okay. So it's evidence. It's video evidence of this.
Yes. Yes.
Raven, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody play it either.
I think Sage said the only good games on here was Bleed 2 and Saints Row. I think that's what, if I remember last week, he said that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't checked this out.
We got that. So, unfortunate class, we don't have a video game history class today. So, y'all on vacation.
We got a substitute teacher!
Do we? No, we don't.
What's little Johnny gonna do today? He's gonna
eat them crayons, man.
Wow.
Eat those crayons. So we can kind of take a quick 60-second break. See, I didn't say 60 minutes. See?
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy because I was about to be like, damn.
You know what, Pink?
You gonna be gone.
what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna take a 60-second break. Get ourselves together, get ready for these stories because there's a lot of them. A lot. That are very important, and then we'll be right back. All right. See you guys in 60 seconds. All right. What's up, everybody? Hey, Paul. We see you. We see Sage too.
I'm sending Sage to the principal office because he wild.
Wow. You feel me?
Wow.
All right, y'all. We got some stories. Special shout out to Calamity Darling. Of course, the real Janey Laney. Lord Payne 313. That must be Pinky's friend.
Yeah, that's my friend. My friend.
Also, shout out to Simpler Times. They followed 14 hours ago. Was somebody streaming 14 hours ago?
No, we're just Green. You just can't.
Okay.
You just can't.
No, I'm just saying. Either way is love, and I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the really good ones when you don't stream and you come back and you find somebody followed you just because they like your reruns or something. That's always awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into the stories. First one up. I guess is the talk of the gaming community now. Anyway, Cyberpunk 2077. Woo! There's been some issues with this game, including that it actually affects epileptic players.
Unfortunately, I mean, I wish they could enjoy what I see without any seizures. You know what I'm saying? Like, the colors are really nice, the effects are really nice, everything is really nice about it. And unfortunately, they can't enjoy it, the way we can, or the way I can, I should say.
I mean, they should have known this about the game, though. Because, like, anytime you talk about a cyber futuristic game, it's always, like, the same neon colors that are very damaging to epileptic players anyway. So I kind of already knew this was going to happen.
But, I mean, it would be nice if they offered to turn off like the special effects and to, downgrade the colors. It would have been nice, since they took so long to develop it.
Right.
And I think the only thing they did in it was put in the colorblind thing. Well, they put that in every game, but the colorblind mode thing. But that's about it. And to be quite honest, I don't think that would help.
No, it does. No,
it just makes everything brighter.
Not one bit.
It's like, oh, this subtle purple makes your eyes hurt. Don't worry, we're gonna make this neon purple now.
Turn it up.
Right. Turn it up.
Let's add some glow and make it flicker, just to make sure it helps. Like, no, that's not helping anybody.
But at the same time, though, that's just like with movies. If you suffer from seizures, they let you know to not go and watch it, but they will give you like an alternative that's not in 3D. So like, honestly, it could have been something that they could have really just handled by having a toggle to turn off stuff.
Yeah.
They could have done it.
Yeah.
I always say, the old saying go, if there's a will, there's a way. So there was somebody had a will to do it, but just didn't do it.
Right.
Well, I think it's just with the one part of the game. It's called the brain dance, and it's because that mission is very damaging to my eyes. So I can only imagine what it's like to epileptic players. If you don't know what the brain dance is, I'm gonna do it without spoiling the game. There is certain puzzles you have to complete. I'll label it as that. Puzzles that you have to complete where you actually go and you replay a videotape. But the way that they have the videotape is everything is very barely visible. They're very scattered lines to create a picture. And because the scattered lines are drawn the way that they are, it kind of looks like flashing repeatedly in your eyes. And then they start adding colors when you switch the mode to it, which you have to do because there's 3 different modes. You got your audio, you got your video, and then you have, I can't remember what the third one is. But whenever you switch it, the colors change. So now not only are you dealing with these scattered lines that are resembling of flashing, but now you're adding colors to it. So now you have colors flashing. So yeah, I can see why that would. And those missions really aren't even needed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go with the storyline?
It goes with the storyline, but if you really sat there and think about it, they could have did that without doing it in the way that they did it. Like, they didn't have to do the flashing lights. They could have just made it a simple, like, regular old video where you're in this person's mind and you see it exactly how they see it, and that's it. But they chose to have this, like, sort of effect when you're outside of the body and you're, analyzing the memory or whatever, in a way that's like, yeah, that hurts my eyes, and I don't even have, like, epilepsy. So,
I mean, do you think that this would have been as big of a deal if it wasn't considered a AAA game?
No, it wouldn't have been a big deal.
Because, like, to be honest with you, the reason why I feel like they should have done it is literally, you cannot have a game that, first of all, took that long to develop, that you're trying to rev everyone up for, and then just make it so that people could possibly, people could essentially die from playing it.
Yeah.
Really can, and it sucks, especially if you have viewers who are watching it. Because I remember those scenes. I didn't know that was what it was called, but I remember it was like different layers that the person I was watching was toggling through, and it hurt my eyes. I actually had to stop. I had to reduce. I had to check to see if the blue light rays was coming out the darn screen. And I'm like, still like, yo, I can't watch this. Yeah, it's too taxing for it to be such a big game. They really should fix that.
Yeah.
And they still, I believe can they still do that now? Can they redeem that? Like, let's put something here. Because, yeah.
They already finished it now.
But did they really finish it with all the bugs?
No,
did they
really
didn't at all.
They didn't.
The bugs, wow.
Bruh.
It was wow. I was like, oh, okay. Well, hey.
Actually, there was a new one that was a combination of 2 glitches. So remember how Pinky knows, our residential Real One Paul, boyfriend, actually had a glitch on his where the genitalia was just sticking out of the clothes.
What?
And that's a common glitch that's going on. However, there was a different glitch on a streamer. I believe they were streaming on YouTube. And there's supposed to be a setting where you can turn off all nudity. Well, supposedly, that nudity lock didn't quite work because he played it and his stuff was all out. And he walked past a couple mirrors, and I guess he wasn't paying attention to the mirror, but the stream was.
He turned on the no clothes option.
Right.
And he went back to check to make sure that he had it on, and it said it was on, but because it was a glitch and it was already through his pants, now you got schlong all on your stream. So Hey, like his sausage got caught in the zipper, Paul to say. Hey.
So weren't they supposed to make like a streamer, a streamer mode, like a
Yeah, he
streamer?
had it
I
on.
thought so.
He had it on, and it because it's a glitch, it just glitched out.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did that to troll people. I don't care. That was on accident.
You know, I had to think about it too. I'm like, you know.
Yeah, like Paul said,
Cyberpunk
glitch override sensors.
That's
It's
great.
just wild.
Only thing I can say is be very careful when you decide to stream
streaming
this game.
Yeah, I think at this point, like, just to be safe, if you want to stream it in your Discord.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do a private streaming or private viewing, or however you want to say it.
Or put it on
Pornhub.com.
Pornhub. Yeah, Pornhub. There we go. That's your content, Green.
Yes, it
What
is.
are you doing?
I'm doing it.
Yeah, your career is about to take off. Look at
I'm
that.
doing that. Let me start this game over from the top. And I'm gonna have WAP playing in the background the whole time.
Whoa. That escalated quickly.
Right. Only with Green. Only with Green. Bless his heart.
Man, look, there's a place for everybody. And maybe my place is just at the hub.
That's diversity and inclusion. Look at that.
Right. We got something for you.
But yeah, I played Cyberpunk. It's good. It's alright. Like I said, like it takes time to get to the good stuff. Cause I think we was playing. Me and Bridge was actually playing side by side in a Discord, and we were playing for about, I want to say 2.5 hours. And then I started streaming it because she couldn't stream it, and I started streaming it, and I played for about 30 minutes before I got to the title screen. So literally, we was playing the game for like a good 3 hours.
Really?
No, ma'am.
Before we got to the title screen.
So, wait a minute. What other game is like that? Phoenix, right?
Yes, yeah. Phoenix is long too. Yeah.
But I like those games like that because if you give me a long title screen, that means you're gonna give me a good story. That's how I see it. You know, you're gonna give me a real good story.
Phoenix. Well, I can tell you this. Phoenix is good if you play it in a way where you just want to experience everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you are just trying to get through the story and that's it, it's a whole lot quicker than you think.
Oh yeah, because you can skip all that stuff and. Yeah. But see, I'm not a skipper. I don't want to skip.
so like the premise of Immortals is, technically speaking, you only
don't
have
say
to,
it.
No. I'm saying you only have to do like 4 something missions to unlock each chapter. But if you don't think about it like that, you'll probably end up doing like a good 30 missions before you unlock the next chapter. Because you'd be like, ooh, here's a gem. Let me collect that. Ooh, here's a chest. Let me collect that.
Yeah.
So if you got like if you got anything like OCD, or even if you got ADHD, your attention will be drawn away from that game so many times.
Right.
But Cyberpunk is kind of the same thing. I mean, I've noticed there's been times when they tell me to go someplace and I'm like, but I want to see what's over here. We was trying to kill people just walking around in the street.
Man, that was funny. We like, if y'all have the game and y'all have the time, just walk around the city and just, you know, before you get to your new or next mission, just walk around and just pay attention to the characters. It's hilarious. There's a lot of they are rude. I didn't see it on your screen, but I seen it on a couple other streamers on Twitter, how they mentioned about the monks, where, you know, they wanted to have inner peace, so they took all that, I guess, the cyborg stuff off of them. I thought that was dope, you know. But yeah, just pay attention to the regular people. Oh, and kids walking around.
Yeah.
It was like, where's your parents?
Yeah. And it was walking around in the latest threads too. Like they was just, I was like, he's a little bit too sharp to be out here by himself.
Right. Just out here.
It's like a whole world of things that you can learn. The only thing I don't like is how they customize everybody. Everybody has the same damn body type.
Yeah.
I'm like, can we get some sort of diversity?
Well, no, think about it, right? In a world based upon, cyber stuff. Nah, everybody's gonna look like that.
Yeah. And that's true. I thought about it that way. Too. If you're a cyborg, you can build the perfect body. You know what I'm saying? So it's very rarely where you find someone that's, plus size or overweight or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be very slim to none. And I think maybe I've seen like maybe two heavyset or overweight. They wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? They're just normal regular people, but
none of them had a butt.
Well, yeah, but think about it though. Like in a world like that, and people are trying to kill people and all that stuff. That's more on them than they can handle. they just want to be able to swim and just go and stuff. But it does really raise the question of whether or not that is what they were thinking when they were making the game, or what was the background between them not doing that.
Yeah.
I think it should be an option. I think when you create your character, it should be an option of, one, your weight, because that's like normal stuff for video games. It's like your weight, and then if you really want to be innovative, like the penis and the vagina thing, you can keep that. If you can shape the person's body how you want it, they're really big. Because let's be honest, who was sitting there like saying, "I want to play this game so I can do the sex scenes"? Nobody cared. Like, we just wanted to play a really good game. And so like,
that's like I said, with the body, people want that perfect body. In a sense, you want to be fit, right?
Yeah.
You don't really see fit people with a big old booty, you know what I'm saying, or big boobs, because they're heavy, right? So you want to try to take as much skin off the top so you can move around, especially like, they say it like killing and trying to be the goat, if you will. You can't move around with all that extra baggage around. So,
but also, if you're playing a video game and you're like, yo, we want to make this video game so you can make you, however you are, we want to make you. What about the player that has big boobs and a big butt?
Well, so the thing that comes down to like you, it's kind of trivial because it depends on how much like you the devs are willing to allow you to get to. So like if, say for instance, they allowed you to have bigger breasts in the game, then yeah, they should allow you to have bigger all around, But if it's just off the top, all you can do is change your skin color and your hairstyle, it is what it is. But do you think, now question, because then this is the reason I'm not a game dev, because I would get canceled. So do you think that if you made a bigger character that should play in part of how fast or slow you can run?
Seeing how the game is set now, and running really isn't a necessity, if you will. I mean, they could have, and it still wouldn't affect the game.
Okay.
Like that whether that person was big or small or slim thick or thick or whatever the case you want to call it, I don't think it would have mattered, because most of the time you're walking anyway. You're running during the combat, but the running is like
just off rip. They just cyborgs just run. They can walk to the. You think they gonna walk to the bathroom? No, they run to the bathroom. But I think that has something to do with that.
I think the thickest robot I've ever seen was on the Jetsons. The little robot nanny, like that was like probably thickest robot I've ever seen.
Okay, Rosie. That's her name, Rosie.
Yeah. they normally don't depict cyborgs like that though.
Well, Potter said, but there are a whole android in the game, so why can't we be that big and they be running? That is true. Like, if you're part cyborg, I don't think it matters how big you are, because if you're part cyborg, then the mechanical part of you is carrying the extra weight. Therefore, you should be able to run as fast as anybody else. Technically.
I mean, technically, but then again, I don't think as a cyborg, I would think like it would probably stop some type of thing or stop you from getting body fat. I don't know. I'm thinking too deep now.
Yeah, I just don't. I think they could have at least, because when I say like the big butt, big boobs thing is like, I'm looking at the women in the game and I'm looking at the men in the game and I'm like, yo, they all look the same. Like, straight up, they all look the same. And I'm like, some of this stuff is not realistic. Like, when you go in it and pick the game up.
Think about this, Green. It's a lot of like in our world, right? Real world. Kardashians, they all look alike, right? Big lips, big butt, big butt. They all want to look the same. Everybody's starting to look the same because they want those same features. So it's kind of, yeah.
I mean, that would really have to be a question that you really have to ask the devs was why not?
Or
now it's questionable.
Or even if you was going to make them all look the same like that, the next question I have is, why am I picking whether or not I want my character to be circumcised or not? Why is that a thing?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's a choice. When you make a character, they ask you if you choose to have a penis. The next question is, would you like it circumcised or not circumcised?
See, okay, yeah, then they need to make different body types. If you're going to go that far, how do you want the girth? Like, how do you want all this? Like, nah, son. Just make everything customizable.
You're right, Greg.
What in the world?
Everything.
I was just
with that one statement, but you know what? You're right. Yeah. Why we can't be thick now?
And wait, maybe I'm wrong, but and Bridge can probably attest to it. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you pick a woman, I think you also pick the nipples as well.
What?
I think so.
What is the game about? Because I've only seen about 3 hours of the game. Now I'm starting to wonder what the heck.
What's going on, right?
When I first played the game, and you can also pick your different types of pubic hair as well.
What? See, they're being shady by not letting you pick body type then.
Okay, so you pick if you have nips or not, yeah. And then the pubic hair is you pick whatever little design you want it to have. So I was sitting there thinking, like, so why does any of this matter in the game? I'm scared, like. And then also, if that's the case, why aren't we picking other things? So I'm just saying, it's.
Yeah, if you suffer from seizures, don't play this game. There's multiple reasons why you don't even pick up the game. That is wild. What is the game about now? Now I need to know, what is the actual game about? Because now I'm starting to think it's like, I don't know, like Hooker Wars or something. I'm confused. What is the game about now? I just don't get it.
From what I've played so far, it has nothing like there's no parts in it where you're actually naked. So I don't know why you would need to pick any of this stuff. From what I see so far. Now it could go down the line where you get into some other stuff and maybe that's why, whatever the case might be. But as far as I've been into it right now, I have not come across a point where your character needs to be naked. Now, mind you, it's a first-person game. So it's not like you can look down and see it anyway. So the only time you get to see your character is in mirrors.
I gotta find out who made this game, because that might say.
Or what? Yeah, that's the same thing. But yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying, you made me pick whether or not my character is circumcised or not, and then all of a sudden, choosing a butt size is a bad thing. Like, I'm just saying, Saints Row did it, and I don't see why you can't do it. Just saying.
Wow.
But if you're still interested in Cyberpunk 2077 and you don't have epilepsy, you can pick it up now. It's out there. just be careful if you do have epilepsy. You know, be careful because it is affecting people. And be careful, y'all. Just
Please be careful.
Yeah. All right. In other news, speaking of strikes for nudity and all of that good stuff, me and Pinky have been singing this glorious song for the majority of 2020 of Swinging from the DMCA.
From the DMCA.
The Twitch Town Hall.
Swing.
Hey, look. Twitch Town Hall
y'all.
is December 16th, 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on the West Coast, it looks like. So it's 1 p.m. to whenever 2:30 on the East Coast.
Yeah.
On the East Side.
According to Twitch, they will be answering all kinds of questions about the new harassment policies, DMCA strikes, and more, including the racist harassment and stuff like that. All of that stuff at the Twitch Town Hall. So, my question is, what kind of questions would y'all have for Twitch?
So many. Oh, is she still on?
Well, one of the questions that I would have would be, see, I feel bad because my questions, big questions, they'd be like attacking them questions. But one of the questions that I would really have is, in what type of ways are they going to work to protect their partners more on the platform? Because to me, one of the biggest issues I have with Twitch, and no, I'm not partnered on Twitch or anything like that, but one of the biggest issues that I have is how their partners, especially their partners of color, are not protected on the platform. They're not protected from people making racially explicit names, harassing them or their family members. They're not protected from blanketed from the strikes and everything like that. There's no protection for partners on Twitch. So I want to know, with all that money that you guys generate, how come there's not an actual guardian type of system for the partners, at least, so that their partners can stream freely, create their content, and not have to worry about being backstabbed by the platform every 5 minutes. That is one of the biggest things to me. And I hope somebody does bring that up, because it's one thing to have a problem with certain policies, but it's another thing to not even fully understand the policies, get hit with bans and suspensions and all that stuff, but then they're steady calling you a partner. Like, what the heck? So that's one of the things I want to know.
Well, Frosty said, I'm going to light Twitch ass up at the town hall meeting. All that money they generate but can't afford to deal with DMCA.
Facts.
Exactly.
Didn't Twitch actually develop a library full of music?
Man, bye.
What happened to that?
Did you hear it?
Burned.
It burned?
Did you hear it, though?
No, I didn't hear it. I didn't even see it. It was gone before I even got a chance.
Yeah, that's how trash it was. Listen, it's like, hey, what's up, guys? We're Twitch. We have something awesome for you. Blah, blah, blah. Then you listen to it. You're just like, kill me now. What is it? Excuse me. I just might take the strike. It wasn't good. It was. I got mad that they even emailed me about it, and I clicked on it, thinking to myself, oh, the possibilities. No, backtrack. It really was not. It wasn't really for everyone. It was just a bunch of noise, and it did not really give. It didn't really give people enough. I think that what is going on that is good is that T-Pain. I can honestly give it up for T-Pain for making the Pizzle Pack, because he honestly sees the issues that a lot of Twitch streamers are facing, and he is trying to help people with it. But I mean, it still just does suck that they came out with that thing, and then after that, that's when they pushed Monster Cat. If you notice, after their thing flopped, then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, buy your affiliate ship here, and here goes some music."
Yeah, but then Monster Cat even said, like, "No, that's not true. You can't buy your affiliate here." So they kind of messed that up too.
Yeah.
Paula
Wow. I was
said.
like, what you mean?
Paula said, I mean, if you use a blender, you get marked as playing Skrillex. True. True. Sounds the same to me. Same thing.
Oh no.
So.
No, Lyndon. Listen.
Bridge said they just banned a few things like the use of Confederate flags and such. Did they ban that?
Yeah, Confederate flag. Swastika?
Oh, the Nazi flag? Yeah. I still. That's a whole nother subject for another day. But
invite me to that one too. I'm here for it.
Because I'm still trying to figure out why is the Nazi flag still allowed in this country, and why is the Confederate flag still allowed in this country?
Like I said, invite me to that one, and I'll talk to you about that. Because I'm a history buff. I will.
See, I just love her, y'all. See,
listen, because I could talk to you about why it's legal, and if we could. Mm-hmm.
I'm just because
our country. That's why I say.
But that's the thing. We're the only country in this world that allows the flags flown by treasonous enemies.
Yes, because what ends up happening is that what they were smart enough to do was to then label their organization as a non-profit. Or, they see these people are smart. It doesn't matter how racist you are. You at least have enough sense to know the law, which is really wild to me. Yep. What they did, because like, say for instance, even the KKK. Okay. And yes, one day I did go to the KKK's website and find out how to become a member. It's a long story. It was very interesting, but, but what it was that back in the 1800s, they had listed the KKK as a terrorist group. Okay, what happened was the KKK was like, oh, yo, bet. So we're going to go ahead and file under a nonprofit organization. We're going to put all these rules in place, acting like we're going to help people and all that stuff. And since they have the legal documentation behind their organization, that now still allows them to do whatever they want. And then the people who have been in office and everything like that have actually been a part of these organizations. There are neo-Nazi parties that have been around forever, and some people in governments allow them because they are in those organizations. So it's not so much of why is it still allowed? It's more like, why are these people taking office? Like I said, we can have this conversation in your time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a special one.
We can have this.
We don't have to have a panel.
I'm telling you.
I got my tambourine. I am here for it, girl. I love it.
I'm dead.
Well, I might be pessimistic when I say this, but I'm not about to clap up for Twitch for doing that. I'm sorry. That should have been done. That's not something I'm clap for.
Facts. It's like, so now you guys care about other people because it had to get brought up. Great. But you guys still allow people to make names with the N-word in it. With no issue whatsoever. They can still make a name. You can still make a username with the N-word in it with no issue. You can still make a username that says kill somebody's name or whatever. You can still do all of that. And I've seen that being put inside of a Black content creator's channel who was partnered on Twitch. That is my issue. And she tried to talk to Twitch about it. And honestly, their consensus really was that have your mods, take care of it. That's why there needs to be an actual layer of care and protection for people on the platform. Just sitting up there saying, oh, well, we took away the Confederate flag. We took away swastikas. Well, why the heck did you allow it before, you little weirdo?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that happened to me last week, y'all. Bridge was there. She's one of my mods in my stream. And I had someone hosted me by the name of NIGGERZZZZ, uppercase, lowercase ZZZ, up and down. And I'm like, what? And I was like, well, thank you for the view. You just put another number under me. I appreciate it. But yeah, I thought that was just wild and weird because for some reason I don't understand why don't you have a bot? You got all these other bots, especially the DMCA bot that's in our chat. You have a bot that will catch these letters in this sequence, you know what I'm saying? To catch them when it happens. I don't understand that.
It's because
So,
Twitch got lazy, and it's something they even did with the emotes. Because eventually, the first time they were supposed to be having a team that would check emotes
oh
as they're
yeah,
being
they got real.
applied for, and they got
Mm-hmm.
really lazy, and they just said, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna automatically accept all emotes. Which I
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
get to a certain extent, but at the same time, if you was going to check, just check, like,
Yeah.
just do your job, because there was a lot
Mm-hmm.
of racist emotes being allowed out there. And so now it's kind of like, okay, now that you did it automatically, why aren't you going back to switching to check them again? Because it's an issue now, and Twitch
It's
still doesn't do it. So
that one emo is it hate not hate, but it y'all know the one emo with the black guy's face. They have made that racist, like race racist race people or racist people, I should say. I'm sorry. They made that emo racist. I'm pretty sure Twitch knows that, but they
Yeah.
still allow this emo to go on. And they're probably thinking like, damn, well, homeboy, that's his emo and stuff. Won't you just redo the whole emo, take it off and redo it or something like that?
Right.
But yeah, that emo has become racist now.
Listen, but the only, like, at the end of the day, it comes down, okay? And let's just be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Because of how algorithms claim to be, because of how people have people on the inside, okay? Black people don't make enough money. Hispanic people don't make enough money on this platform to actually have a real voice that if they have a concern for them to deal with it right then and there. They just don't. A Caucasian person has to cry in their chat, be like, oh my God, tweet a little bit, and then stuff gets rectified. Meanwhile, you'll have a whole entire Black Twitch partner. I'm telling you, Miss Funside, she actually left the platform because of this. You have people spamming the N-word, spamming, making like emotes actually turn into racist jokes. And she's sitting up here like, yo, can you help out? But no, because she doesn't generate enough money, because she doesn't look how you want her to look, it's fine.
Oh, she left. Oh.
Yeah, well, she had stated that she didn't want to stream on here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very scary that they come out with a town hall to discuss some stuff that should have been handled a while ago. But because this year Black Lives Matter,
Right.
because we want to exploit,
during
we want
COVID.
to exploit the murders, we want to exploit the protests, we want to exploit everything else. All of a sudden, oh yeah, so what we're going to do is say no to blackface. Here you guys go. Here goes your, hello Negroes. Here, this is what we did for you guys this time. Be happy with us. Spend more money with us. We're gonna go ahead, have GlitchCon, start partnering up a bunch of partners of color, start getting more people of color during GlitchCon. Okay, skipping over some people still. Now all of a sudden they're trying. It's not that they even really care. Now I do commend Frisk, which if you guys know who Frisk is, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman. I do commend her for doing everything that she needed to do to get on with Twitch and to be, part of their actual employment. I do commend her for that, because I'm hoping that with her area of expertise, with her knowledge, with her experiences, that it can make things better for for everyone on Twitch. But at the same time, though, it still sucks, because it shouldn't even take all this. It's like, do you guys laugh at these things? I'm wondering, the owners of Twitch, the people who work there, do they laugh when they see these things, or what? Or do they just like turn their eye? Because I'm like, there's seeing this stuff. There's just no way. It's wild.
Potter said Ray Apollo works for Twitch now too. Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's weird because there's a lot of issues with Twitch right now. Number one, I don't like this censorship stuff where, if y'all remember, I think it was last year, there was a body artist that was banned for doing body paint. And it wasn't that she was necessarily naked. They were just like, oh, well, you can't paint. It was some weird thing where she was like,
yes,
her thing was like above her nipple, and the nipple wasn't even showing, but they was like, oh no, your tank top needs to be 6 inches above, or some stupid stuff like that.
Right.
And I'm like, well, number one, why is Twitch like PG-13? Why is there not a section for adults anyway? Because technically speaking, and a lot of parents are about to get upset, but I don't care. I don't think any streamer should be above the age or below the age of 18. I don't think kids should be allowed to stream.
See, this is coming from me as a family.
Yeah.
Mad at Twitch for a lot of stuff, especially for Condom Gate. Y'all know about Condom Gate, okay?
That and Beer Gate. Let me.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. They're doing it half and half, and I don't see why. Just go all in.
So the situation that I have is this: if you are going to allow games like GTA, you're allowing mature rated games onto your platform. You need to figure out what your platform stands for. You need to figure out in what ways can you actually make the streamers understand what your platform stands for. Because that girl should never gotten banned for her stupid body paint. Sorry for calling it stupid, but the whole entire situation was dumb. Because I watched one of the girls while she was doing her body paint. I watched them take down her channel. She did not do anything inappropriate. She stayed within guidelines and everything. You're supposed to have your nipples covered, things of that nature. She would let the girl be a little artist. Like, you guys don't get mad at the statue with that man with the penis out. That's art, apparently. So just allow that, But then on the flip side, like I said, I create family-friendly content. I know for a fact that so many children under the age of 13 do watch streamers. They watch YouTube, all of that stuff. Honestly, if it wasn't for as many kids getting on YouTube probably would have never went to the extent of the route of giving all these people all this money, because children were making up most of the views. That's just how kids are. Parents like to go and party while their kids go on the internet. I do think that there does need to be more of a gate in between the PG content or PG-13 content, whatever, and then adult. And even if, say, for instance, you have to type in a certain X, Y, and Z, something like that, whatever, there needs to be some kind of separation if you're going to allow both type of content. If you're not going to allow it, then just tell people, from now on, it's all rated M for mature, just let people know on the platform. Because it's not fair that you guys stream on here and don't even know if you're ever going to be violating the terms and conditions, because one day there might be a Twitch employee that just doesn't like your content, and then they just flag you. Like, there's not enough communication.
Yeah, we have that whole selection to make your streams mature, but what does that really fucking
do? It does absolutely nothing.
Think about it. Like, they don't even ask the account holder. Like, remember when you used to go to a website and it was like, this is rated M or rated 18 plus, and then you would have to say, put in your date of birth or something like that. They don't do that on Twitch.
They don't.
No, because they would cut their money. Yeah. Like I said, it's literally all about the money flow. It's not about the safety. It's not about the concern or anything. That's why I find it funny when they do want to bring stuff up, because I'm like, bro, you guys don't care as long as these people are making you bread. Don't play. But if they were to put something like that up, what's going to happen is you're going to have way less kids going into 18 plus streams. It's funny because they did just ban this Call of Duty kid on the little game or whatever, because he was 6 years old. I was like, what? 6 years old Call of Duty god. And it's very interesting and questionable, because you have a lot of 6-year-olds who were playing GTA. You have a lot of them watching the type of content, everything like that. So really, it's kind of difficult, because if you're not going to take the measures that you need to take in order to safeguard that as much as you can't complain if a child's up in there. There's what you gonna do? So it's.
But at the same time,
I cuss a lot, but not to an extent where you be like, oh, you clutch your pearls or anything. But I put that on my stream, the mature, like, hey, and I even put in the box, like, look, I cuss a lot, okay? I'm letting y'all know now, even when I talk to, other mothers and they have, kids that play video games and stuff, I let them know, like, hey, I am a gaming content creator because I like to give them, the information and stuff about certain games and stuff. Like, hey, like I was telling them like the Fortnite thing with the video. I was like, look, okay, this is what it is. But I let them know, like, yeah, I am a content creator. I play these type of games, but I do curse. So I'm letting you know up front because I don't want, for you to have your child come in there and you hear me say a certain word. You like, no, I'm letting you know up front.
Tig said, I used to have my streams marked for adults only, and now they don't let me do that anymore. It's marked for everyone, and I can't change it because I don't see whatever requirements they want.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so when I stream on Twitch, it will stay marked as everyone. And even with the tags, Twitch is so weird. So there's a family friendly tag, but that doesn't do anything.
It doesn't.
It's literally just for searching. It doesn't do anything whatsoever. And I'm like, it's so weird and it's so strange because it's like, do you guys really want people to know the ratings of these channels, or are you guys just doing it to fall within whatever guidelines you have to legally fall into?
It's just search tools at this point. It's for whoever they want to search for adult content, and it doesn't matter who's searching for it. Doesn't matter if it's a child or an adult. They can just easily access these types of streams and they can watch it. They don't care about, the fact that we can get in trouble if a 6-year-old watches me play GTA and I go into a strip club and now this child is exposed to nudity. They don't give a damn. Like, they don't care. Now this parent is like, I want this Twitch account canceled. And Twitch is just like, oh, okay, well, that's the simple fix. Let me go ahead and just ban this streamer. Instead of taking responsibility for themselves to say, you know what, this is not the streamer's fault. This person did everything they possibly could on our platform to protect the children. So let me go ahead and say this. We fucked up. Let me fix it and make it so your child can't see these streams at all.
Exactly. So, I mean, I do think it is also, I've told parents several times, stop letting the internet raise your kids.
Exactly.
You're only like 1 to 2 clicks away from total craziness, So, like I do encourage, because I as much as I love kids, as much as I love being friendly, and I love to play, games with kids, I hate how naive the kids are on the internet, because it's like I give internet safety classes. And I'm like, when your parent allows you to get this phone, when your parent allows you to get on the internet, are they not monitoring you? Because you guys talk wild, first and foremost. Wow. You guys say some wild stuff. You guys will be so close to giving out your whole entire phone number and address because you just learned it yesterday. You guys are so ready. They'll be like, oh, hi, I'm 9. Man, if you I don't care when your birthday is. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me nothing. But it's really scary that a lot of these parents are expecting their children to be raised by the internet and raised by TV. And then they wonder why their kids come out talking wild, or how their kids go missing so quickly because their kid planned a whole entire play date with some grown man somewhere and you never knew. It used to literally be, I remember AOL. So with AOL, what would happen is that they had the AOL Kids area. So when I would go onto the internet, there were certain sites I couldn't access. My dad was, he would get like periodic notifications of like who I was emailing, different things like that. But it was actually considered more safe. And it helped to protect the people who were making whatever content, and it helped to protect me, But they don't, it's like they don't even care. They don't care. They just rather just hit one button and ban somebody and be like, all right, dealt with. It's like, that's not what you do.
Shout out to Munchkin Doom. He said, oh, so Janey knows AOL but calls me old.
Yes, because you invented AOL. Okay?
Now. Well, we can't say it. AOL ain't old.
Man, you were there before there was an AOL. You were there before the first home computers got inside the house.
Look.
them big old back monitors, the big head monitors. I was gonna say that. I'm like, yeah, I was there when they putting the computers together, so I can't talk.
Like y'all can't say that's old because I was there before AOL. Now, damn it, we ain't gonna do this. And I'm not even old, but we ain't gonna do this. All right. I remember when my mom first bought a computer, and the only game that was on it was Hangman, and that's it. And that was literally like a program game on a floppy disk. Okay.
Yeah, right. You had the little floppy and all of that stuff. Like my dad thought he was cool, and like for one of my school projects, he gave me like colorful. I thought I was like the coolest thing rolling up. I was like, here goes my project. He's like, oh, you got the new colors. I said, yes, I do. All colors. Yes.
And Paul, how you gonna say we old? You right.
Listen, listen. Our corners will never be the same at the same time. Okay. Right. So yes, I'm right around the corner, but we'll never be on the same time.
We are all there together. Okay.
Munchkin, don't even worry about it. I am with you. I understand. I feel your pain.
People going around talking about now, like, yeah, look it up on Google. I remember when you used to say, look it up on Ask Jeeves, but that's okay.
I'm dead.
We're all there.
Man, and Yahoo used to be banging too.
Yahoo used to be popping. Yeah. Yahoo.
Who is Jeeves? Paul, don't act like you don't know who Jeeves is.
I'm dead.
Jeeves is Google's daddy. That's who Jeeves is.
Google's daddy. It is.
You need any kind of question answered, you ask Jeeves, okay?
Jeeves used to be
look at
my
all this,
lifesaver.
Look at all these people capping in the goddamn chat talking about who's Jeeves? I never heard of Jeeves. Y'all so much liars. Y'all are liars.
Man, I had a Hotmail forever. Okay, I was so disappointed when I had to get rid of it and get Gmail. I was like, nah.
What are you talking about? I still have a Hotmail. What are you talking about?
And mine got corrupted by a bot. You know how they grab your account and just take over? Yeah, they took over. I said, I gotta pack up and move to Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shoot.
Yes, MSN. Yes. Those good old days.
Y'all acting like y'all are so much younger. Get out of here.
Man, listen, I'm almost a newborn. Leave me alone.
Y'all know the times.
I'm out here.
It was all there together when porn wasn't free and we had to look up them free trials. All of that. We all know that.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait,
CD.
Wait, you said what?
Yes.
Right.
Porn.
Are you talking wild again?
No. I'm saying we was all there. All that stuff on the internet.
What? Right.
Then
what did he say?
What? We was all there. When we used to go to the grocery store to pick up the AOL free trial disc just to get some internet.
Listen, I actually have. I'm gonna post like in a couple hours. I actually still have some discs. Actually,
do you?
Yeah, it's like 35,000 hours and stuff. Like, what the heck? Yeah.
AOL is still there. Like, it's not over with.
It is, but who's really trying to use it? That was I think a straight dial up. You know, and then you waited for the little yellow man to go like ka-ching, you know, after
right.
Like after all that, then you saw the man and you're like, okay, let's go.
No, AOL is still, people are still paying for AOL.
Why?
I don't know, but they're still paying for it.
It has to be in a country that's gridlocked from like the rest.
No, I think my mom was being charged for AOL up until 2016.
Show her the way.
No,
show her the way.
Man, you let her get scammed.
No, she didn't know that she was still paying for it. That was the whole thing.
Wow.
So, like, there was just charges coming out, but she never paid it any mind because my mom's retired and, you know, she gets SSI, but then she gets money on the side and all this other stuff. So she never worries about money. You know what I mean?
Oh, I need to get on her type of thing.
So her and my dad are like, you know, they're both retired. And so that's double incomes coming in. So they don't look at the bank account all like that. So one day I was looking for her because we was looking for something else. And I was like, why are you getting charged like $56 a month? And she's like, I don't know. And come to find out, AOL was still charging her for an account she made like in the 90s. Like,
That's trash.
That's wild.
I was like, well, I don't think you can get that money back, Mom, but, you know, we can go ahead and cancel it now.
Yeah, that joint gone.
A Munchkin dude said, you know this.
Her.
I didn't know nothing. Again, my mom does not check her stuff, dog.
You need to.
No, Munchkin, I'm really not that old. I'm honestly not that old. I'm just very well cultured. I believe in the art. You know, I took the wisdom from our ancestors and have applied it. That's it. I have an old soul, but I am not old. All right.
I'm the firm believer. Hey, what's up, RJ? I'm the firm believer that things were so much better back in the old days.
I mean, it's true. I mean, it was a lot simpler.
I mean, the things that we could see now, like 2020 has me scared about the stuff I didn't see back then.
Yeah. Tell me about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stuff that the internet didn't pick up.
Yeah, you know.
I'm like, oh, y'all just gonna come out, huh? Okay, come on now, so I can keep note once y'all president is gone and our president come back in.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, Munchkin, if you want to be an answer, like, you know, Grandmother Willow on Honest the Truth.
Well,
that's wild.
The Twitch Town Hall will be December 16th, which I think is in 3 days. So that's what, Wednesday?
Wednesday? Yeah.
So get y'all questions ready. Look, I've seen town halls done on Twitch before, and Pinky knows what I'm talking about. And it didn't go so right. So hopefully they got someone at Twitch to say, you know what, we're not taking any more questions. Cause
you know what, I'm happy to see this. I want to see the only town hall I've ever seen was a mix of town hall.
I was bad.
Trash. A bunch of us asking questions that never got answered.
I believe it. I believe it.
Look,
I believe it.
I've seen some people do some stuff, and I've been like, "Don't answer the question. Just go ahead, move on."
So do we just all go to their town hall, and then it plays, or like?
I think it's a live thing where they're asking. According to their tweets, it sounds like you can put your questions into the chat, and whatever ones they catch, that's the ones they're answering. That's what it sounds like to me.
So you better be a partner with the check mark. Got it. Mm-hmm. Got you.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're doing partner only chats. I don't know. But they're saying it's open to the public. So I can only imagine that we're all going to be able to, be in there. That's the only thing I can think of.
Open for them to listen. That's about it.
That's about 50,000 streamers all pissed off want to say something at the same time. So, hey, you know how it is. But we'll see on the 16th. All right, next story up. This one I actually am very happy about. That's right, y'all. Sony now owns Crunchyroll. Yes.
Saw this one coming.
So Sony, who already owns Funimation, decided, you know what? Let's own all of anime and go ahead and buy Crunchyroll too. Let's go ahead and just acquire them. So what Sony did was they bought Crunchyroll from AT&T, which I didn't even know AT&T owned Crunchyroll.
I didn't know that either. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was weird. But they bought Crunchyroll for a whopping 1.175 billion.
Just a few dollars. Just a few dollars. To Sony, that's nothing. That's a few dollars.
So I guess now Crunchyroll and Funimation are now Sony owned companies. So they were asking the question of what to expect. And Sony has not answered yet. So, but the deal is new. though. So
Yeah.
to give them credit, like they probably bought it and was like, all right, let's breathe. We got it. Let's keep operations as normal and whatever. But for all you anime fans, this might be good news for PlayStation players. You never know.
I hope so. I mean, it better be coming with something because if I'm paying monthly for, play online, I need a little more incentives not just with the free games of a month, like especially us PS4 owners still because we can't find a damn PS5, but with us that still have the PS4, it would be a good incentive to have this added on there for free. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, because nothing's free, but you know what I mean. Have that in there in a little bundle pack, if you will.
Munchkin Doom says, how do you keep them separate?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think I have the answer. You don't. You merge them together. Create the biggest anime platform you possibly can.
Crunchymation.
Crunchymation. Look, you create the biggest one that you possibly can, but you keep the best qualities of both. So, for instance, Crunchyroll has the biggest library. Or the best library, I should say, not the biggest. But Funimation has the best user interface out of the two. I don't care what no one says. Funimation has the best user interface of the two. If you could somehow merge those two qualities together, Sony would be unstoppable. As far as anime game, it wouldn't be a monopoly, Munchkin, because there are other streaming services for anime.
Yeah.
It's just that Crunchyroll and Funimation are the two biggest. So technically speaking, they can merge the two and completely take over. Because the only competition that Crunchyroll ever had was Funimation, and the only competition that Funimation ever had was Crunchyroll.
Yep, and now they're combined. Let our powers combine. Earth.
So I say, it's a good thing. A good thing for anime fans.
Yeah.
For all the weebs.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it's a good thing. I haven't personally tried them out, but my friends have, so I hear the pros and cons of both. And for them to come together, I'm hoping that they get rid of the cons and just add the pros together and just make one big fun. I was going to say a funny roll, Crunchymation.
Fun roll.
See, fun roll just reminds me of sushi. I really want some sushi now, but I mean, I think it is a smart. I'm just wondering how the distribution is going to take into effect with maybe some of their bigger, more known titles. Like if anything hits Hulu and stuff like that, will they still allow for some of their titles that were on Hulu? Are they still going to allow that to be on there, or everything just going to be locked away onto maybe a PlayStation? Like if the only way you could actually, fully stream it would be a PlayStation, or are they going to say, "Hey, we're going to go ahead and bundle this in," and on everything they better not, because I actually hate this. But if they want to be like a little weirdo and say, "Hey, we're going to bundle this in with Disney Plus," on God, I will get mad because I understand how much Disney Plus is really like, adjoining themselves to all these other subscription companies. But I mean. This is kind of the road where we're heading to now, where everything is literally about streaming it to your device.
Well, I know Sony and Disney are still fighting each other.
Yeah, they still duking it up.
Yeah.
I'm the best. No, I'm the best. No, I'm the best. No, I'm the best.
And with new reports coming up, that Sony is gaining more and more money within months. I would damn near say that Sony is probably Disney's only competition.
But now I'm wondering, though, question, how is this going to change Adult Swim, quite possibly?
Ooh.
Or are they going to bring back Toonami? The real Toonami, not the other thing that happened.
You know what?
Are they? Because remember, there's some Funimation stuff associated with Cartoon Network. So is that actually going to then be? Is it going to change up some of the categories that happen on Cartoon Network channels?
Well, who owns Cartoon Network?
That's Turner Classic or Turner Television.
Okay, so let's just put it out there. Sony's probably going to buy Cartoon Network. That's probably the next idea. They're probably going to buy Cartoon Network.
But like I said, Cartoon Network is a part of TBS or Turner Classic or whatever you want to call it. Now with Turner Television, you got TBS, Cartoon Network. What is it? Turner Classic Movies. I watch some other channels too. They got a lot of bank. So
well, I think
CNN. Yeah.
I think Crunchyroll and Funimation though they're just they don't own the anime that's on there. I think they just own the rights to stream. So I think no other place can stream these shows. But I think there are other owners to the animes that can easily be like, well, like for instance, Netflix has a bunch of anime, including Hunter x Hunter, on as well. But Hunter x Hunter is also on Funimation and Crunchyroll. So that might be just something that they just they sell the rights to stream those certain things to. Now I think Sony's a little bit more aggressive, where they'll now tell companies like, hey, we know what you was getting paid before. How about we triple that or quadruple that, and we just have exclusive rights to streaming it. That might be some stuff that they might try to do. In the
2021 is going to be wild.
Sony's a very aggressive company. So I think Sony's also getting their acquisitions right from the ground up. But they're doing it in a very strategic way, and we see that with all departments of Sony. Not only do we see that from Sony Pictures, not only do we see that from Sony Music, but we also see that from Sony's PlayStation division as well.
Yeah,
they're very strategic.
Sony is Beans from what you call it? What's that movie called? State Property. You gonna lay down or you gonna lay down?
Look,
I don't turn 30 in 2021.
Oh, and to Pinky's point, Bridge said, "Fun roll sounds like a BBW fetish."
Oh God!
Paula said, "BBW in sushi outfits, I stand."
Wow, I'm done. This is giving you all of your content categories when you go on Pornhub. Right. All your categories.
The videos I'm about to put on the hub. The hub. That's all I'm calling it from now on is the hub. Like, if you hear me say the hub, you know what I'm talking about.
Right. That's code name. The hub.
You can check out my new videos on the hub right now.
What? Wait. I'm done.
Give her. I accept her.
New show.
Who she is.
Wow.
I'm done.
So that means they need to have a new name. La Hub. Exactly. La Hub.
It's so sophisticated. And then it's just you acting crazy. Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I've always said that I like Funimation's user interface a whole lot better than Crunchyroll, but I got Crunchyroll.
I think you said in the past though that you wouldn't mind seeing Crunchyroll and Funimation just go with each other, just be married and have this awesome. And look, you got your wish. Look at God.
Exactly. And people be asking me why my Twitter name be like, the Prophet Green. This is why. Everything I say comes to fruition.
Right. Green, will I be rich next year?
This is like the 20th thing I've said this year that has happened.
This is true. He is a prophet. I mean, I might have to give him one of them hats and a robe, Crystal ball.
I be having these dreams, dog, and I just be waking up like, yeah, that would be a cool ass idea. Come to the stream. Yeah, so Crunchyroll and Funimation should combine each other. A couple months later, Sony bought Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Look at God.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm about to get some lottery numbers. Green, what, I've been looking at these numbers lately. You think they gonna hit?
Nah.
I sneak off to the party store down the street playing my damn numbers.
Look, I'm telling y'all, like, look, this could potentially be a really good thing in the way Sony been making moves. I think it's
money moves in their bloody shoes. You hear me?
I think it's gonna be good. Think about what they did with Spider-Man.
I want to be a part of their world. I just want to be a part of your world. Please, Sony, let me do it.
Sony, I've been saying this since I bought your first PlayStation back in the 90s.
I just want to be a part of
I bought it literally the month you released the first PlayStation. I've been a loyal Sony fan. I have... Potter, hush. I have been a loyal fan.
Grown foot to the store and bought that. He was like, y'all use this hard-earned money.
No, my parents took me to the store.
I did overtime at the sawmill. I'm ready to pay for my PlayStation.
Whatever. I think I was either 6 or... I can't remember how old I was. I was like single digits.
Yep. Working at the sawmill all night.
Who was working at the sawmill?
You.
Not at all. And I remember popping in that first disc, Crash Bandicoot. Man, I love that game.
Mm-hmm.
So Sony, if you're looking for someone to sponsor, I already know your moves, homie. I can predict some really good things for you.
Are they gonna make
profit? Hey, look, Sony, that's your next acquisition, right there. Trust me. I know it sounds weird. You can do it under the table. No one has to, but that is your next acquisition. You should try that. And just make me,
He said, let me show you the way.
Let me work for you guys. Let me be partner, dog. Come on. Yeah, speaking of which, now that we're talking about Sony, PS Studios also got a big win.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Game Awards, yes. There were some crazy things that happened, and the video game community kind of went all haywire. So let's go down the list and tell you guys who won the Game Awards and in what category, real quick. And I'll save the best for last, of course. So as far as content creator of the year, Valkyrie won that one. I don't know if y'all know who Valkyrie is, but she's a streamer. I think she works for... Does she work for Capcom?
I want to say yes, but don't quote me.
Okay. I think she was under Capcom and not Twitch, but Valkyrie won that one. And I think Black Girl Gamer was up for that. Yep. Was a nomination, right? Yeah.
J-Lo Pan was up for that. And we, I think she wanted my heart because she was grinding. You hear me? For us, not just for her, but for us. Exactly. And I really love and appreciate that about her.
Well, the fact that she was even nominated is a win.
That was a big step. That was really awesome.
Yeah, that's a win to me. Mm-hmm. Munchkin Doom says that Smash reveal was litty. I left after they announced that award.
Grab your purse, your Bible, put your finger up and left out. I know that's right.
Ghost of Tsushima won Best Art Direction, and that was Sucker Punch Productions. Final Fantasy VII won Best Score and Soundtrack, which I still think that's unfair. Only because it's a remake, which means that game has already been out previously. So why the hell are we still celebrating? Whatever.
Munchkin is a big
No, I'm not saying it's not a good game. I'm just saying it's a little unfair. But whatever. It's a great game. I just think it's a little unfair. I just think it's a little unfair. That was kind of like, it was kind of like, oh yeah, we got some other categories, but let's go ahead and just give it to the one we know is winning this category. Look, watch it. I think it's a good game from what I've saw. Did I pick it up? No. But however, the game looks great. However, it's a little unfair. How you take a Major League Baseball team and then put them in the minor leagues? That's so unfair to do. That's like you saying, you know what? Yeah, we got this minor league team, but you know what? Who we gonna bring in? Fucking Cal Ripken, but he doesn't play anymore. Who cares? He's the best, and they just put him in it. That's unfair to them. Okay.
Well, Doja Cat won for a B, so anything's possible.
She won R&B.
She's
R&B.
I mean, she won that, so you know anything can happen.
Wait, what?
She is not R&B. I don't know what the heck she is, but it's not R&B.
Okay, hey, look, I like Doja Cat as a visual perspective. However, yeah, that's unfair too. Why is she an R&B, dog? Nah, that's unfair. I think y'all couldn't find any R&B artists.
Get out of here.
Nah,
I need to call the Better Business Bureau because this ain't it. No.
Nah, I'm cool. Let me see. Laura Bailey won for best performance in The Last of Us Part 2. You know what? We'll save all of The Last of Us Part 2s because there's a lot of them. Another prophecy that I had, but no one wanted to listen. But okay.
I heard you.
No Man's Sky won best ongoing game. Wait, ain't No Man's Sky an old game too?
Old game too. Yes.
Final Fantasy VII won best role playing game. Again, another old game. League of Legends was best esports game. Another old game.
That's what I said. I was like, wait a minute, League is you know what? Y'all got it.
Among Us won best multiplayer game. Now this too is an old game. However, I will let it pass because it just became popular this year. It made a big splash this year. So I'll give it to Among Us. We'll let them have it. Hades is the best independent game. Elden Ring is the best anticipated game. I don't know how because I don't even know what that is. What else is on here? Fall Guys Ultimate Knockdown is the best community support. What? All right, cool.
Yeah, because they got a lot of support from the community. They deserve better. They really
when right before the beta came out, I was to go and give out to people. Honestly, they do have communities. I could actually say that they very community driven, and even like when the devs like found out like the numbers of like the game who have been downloading the game, they've been so like just like it's true passion that they have for video games. Those guys, like, I'm gonna be honest, they deserve that.
Well, you know what? I take it back because I do remember them saying that they didn't think this game was going to be as popular, and I do remember points of how they grew as far as getting the support from the community. Okay.
Are you from Baltimore?
It was a free game. You gotta remember when it first came out, it was a free game.
Yeah. For PlayStation. Just for PlayStation.
When it first came out.
Green, are you from Baltimore?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. Okay. To you.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
What do you mean exactly? What's that supposed to be?
The way you pronounce the words and the way you say,
like you say, instead of saying two, you're like to like you're French or something. Yeah.
You know what? Anyway.
Because I tease them about it too. I'm like, sir. Oh,
I don't have the accent. Y'all have the accent.
Yes, you. It's thick.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Anyway.
Animal Crossing family game, and I knew they was gonna win something because like at the height the pandemic, like when it first started off, that's when Animal Crossing just dropped, and us being cooped up in the house, we had nothing else to play but Animal Crossing. Some of us did, but and it's still being played. It didn't die off or anything like that. It's still out here in these streets.
Mortal Kombat 11 won best fighting game.
I saw that coming.
Was there any other fighting game this year?
Nah, really.
That's why they won.
Best mobile game Among Us, yeah. Because a lot of kids, especially mine, downloaded on their phone.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 won best sports/racing game.
Go on.
But that's a remake too, right? Yeah.
Exactly, and I don't think that should have been. But whatever.
They could have actually put out 2K for that.
They could have done anything for that.
Versus that, because you barely even heard about.
Yeah. What about Need for Speed Heat?
Bouncing around and stuff and telling people, "Hey, great job, man! It's playing my game." It was done. It was a GG.
You could have put in Need for Speed Heat, since it's a racing game category too. I mean, you could have did a lot of things. All right, whatever. Sony Interactive Entertainment is the best studio/game direction. Oh,
damn right. It is the best.
Let me see. Phasmophobia is the best debut indie game.
I mean, yeah. It just dropped, but yeah.
Well, now we get into the good stuff. So instead of me just going down the line, let me just tell y'all. The Last of Us Part 2 is the category. What did they win? Let me go down the line for you. Number 1, we have the best narrative. The best audio design. The best action and adventure game. Let's go down the line a little bit more. Also, that Sony Interactive Entertainment win was for The Last of Us Part 2. Best studio game direction was Naughty Dog for The Last of Us Part 2. And the best innovation in accessibility, The Last of Us Part 2. And let's not forget the biggest award of the night. Last of Us Part 2, Game of the Year. Now if I remember correctly, look, if I remember correctly, back in August of this year, or maybe it was October. No, it was September when we were talking about. Did I not say I can guarantee you The Last of Us Part 2 will win Game of the Year, Best Direction, Best Audio, and I guarantee you Naughty Dog will win Best Studio of the Year. Did I not say that?
Yeah, you did.
But I just don't see how it wins Game of the Year if the thing came out in June. Game of the latter part of the year?
It was this year.
Game of the latter part of the year.
It was this year.
No, it was not a full playing game until half of the year was already gone. So until the pandemic took out half the world, all of a sudden it emerged. Nah, son.
Final Fantasy VII came out in February. Animal Crossing came out before that.
Listen, I don't talk about Final Fantasy. Okay.
Look,
let's
look at all these games came out before Last of Us Part 2.
It's my affiliation.
Look, Animal Crossing is a good game. However, it cannot compare to the story and the detail, the graphics, and the overall dialogue of The Last of Us Part 2. That was a goddamn masterpiece. True. And I kept saying this, and a lot of people let that hate blind what is a masterpiece. However, In all fairness, The Last of Us Part 2 is a masterpiece.
But who got people through the pandemic?
Animal Crossing.
That's not what the category was about.
Well, the game of the year.
It should be included. It should be included because it saved a lot of folks. I tell you that.
Look, Last of Us Part 2 was.
Listen, people were having Thanksgiving on each other's islands. Like, you just come on now. I don't even play the game. I don't even have a Switch, and I know that should have won.
Look, that's the best family game, and that's what they got. It's good for families. But what is good for the intellect? The Last of Us Part 2.
Intellect.
Yes. The intellect, the thought process, the culture.
There's black people?
Well, I mean, is there black people in there? Yeah, there's a couple black people in there. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple. And let's remember, like, this was number one. It dealt with a whole bunch of things that America was dealing with at the time. Not only was it dealing with the homophobia, but it's also dealing with the fact that we need to rethink of the ways that we interact with each other. It taught a story of, yes, you are the hero of your story. However, you are the villain of someone else's story. And that right there was a piece that no other game had ever talked about ever.
I mean, if you stole something off somebody's island, you were a hero in your story because you got your stuff.
Right, you got your stuff.
I mean, right. But no, that actually is pretty cool, though, is that there was a deep meaning to the game. I'm going to be honest. All I saw when I would watch people play it was that the guy wanted the girl. I wasn't sure if there was a daughter involved. I was so confused each time I watched it. It was great graphically. I was like, ooh, but I don't know.
I'll put it to you like this. I had a talk with Boggs before about it, and I told him, I was like, look, Ghost of Tsushima is a good game. Don't get me wrong. However, as far as the story is concerned, that story sucks. The game itself is good. Gameplay is excellent. I'm not even going to front with you. However, the story is boring as hell. You cannot get bored with The Last of Us. I have never taken that much time on a single player game in my life. And that story, there's only 2 games that have ever made me cry in my life.
Uh-oh.
That's Marvel's Spider-Man for PlayStation 4 and fucking Last of Us.
What made you cry?
Oh, Spider-Man is the last part where Aunt May passes away.
Aunt May.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, fine. I'll.
So, those are the only 2 that like actually got a tear. I am not crying over Animal Crossing. There's nothing I could possibly see in Animal Crossing or Ghost of Tsushima that's gonna make me shed a goddamn tear. Nothing.
But why would you want to be sad while playing a game?
It's not the sadness. It's just the fact that the game is so good that it brings out the emotion.
Gotcha.
When are
you gonna cry when you play Cyberpunk?
No, probably not at all. I'm going to be confused when I finish it and be like, so what was the point of me choosing to have a circumcised or uncircumcised penis again? And that's about it. But like I said, I told y'all for months now. I told you when the game came out. Last of Us Part 2 is going to be Game of the Year. No one believed me.
I believed you.
Yes, Pinky believed me. The rest of y'all was doubting. I was like, nah.
So behind it, like it was. You can kind of tell what a game is going to be on 2 things: how many people hate it and talk about it, and love it and talk about it. Either way, the common of those both sides is talking about it. So I knew already that it was going to be, it was going to make a big impact. I knew Animal Crossing was going to make a big impact because, like I said before, it was the beginning of the pandemic or the start of the pandemic when everybody had to go on quarantine, and it just dropped. And like some other games had delays and stuff, this one dropped on right on time, and everybody loved that game. So I knew that was going to make a big impact. Among Us being the underdog, no one really played it, and all of a sudden it just went kaboom overnight. I knew that was going to be a big impact, from just coming out of nowhere. Ball Guys having a big community with that, I knew that was going to be a big game this year and stuff like that. So like I can tell certain games just explode out of nowhere. It's going to have some type of big impact on the the Game Awards when it's some type of game. But I just knew off rip that Last of Us was going to get the Game of the Year just because of those sides. It's like, lesbianism and all this other stuff. Yeah, boo on that. And then the other side was like, you know what? Screw you. This is who we are. We love ourselves. Screw you. Those, like I said, those both sides just fighting each other. I just knew automatically it was going to be something.
I see a lot of hate in the chat. A lot of hate. I see, what's that? Naughty Dog paid for Game of the Year. I see The Last of Us 2 isn't a game, it's slavery. TLOU 2 is Meg. It's okay that y'all lost. But guess what? The Last of Us Part 2 is still your Game of the Year champion.
Unless we veto it.
Veto.
You know that thing?
This ain't the presidential election. You can't just go to Supreme Court to overturn it. Can't recount it. It's over.
I demand to see your sources of these votes.
There's no, hey, I think I saw fraud voting. Nah, it's over.
I think somebody voted twice.
Right. Recount.
We have one, and what the other thing was that was kind of weird. I don't think anybody picked up on it. Not that I care, because the whole console war thing is a little ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's like a fun little thing, but nobody takes it seriously, or no one should take it seriously, I should say. But The Last of Us Part 2 won Game of the Year in the Microsoft Theater. I thought that was interesting. So
listen, Microsoft was going through a lot of stuff.
Yes, they were.
They're going through many things, a lot of things. They don't know who they are. They lost their identity. They
was going through it. I think their only savior was the drop of the consoles on time and available in stores to purchase.
Mm-hmm. RJ said Mafia is better than The Last of Us 2. Sorry, but it isn't. And you have no proof. So
you have no proof.
I have proof. They won Game of the Year in 2 different awards. So.
Oh yeah, Vin Diesel and Arc 2. That thing is actually pretty cool.
Arc 2? I heard that there was an Arc 2 coming. I thought it was a rumor because I didn't get a chance to watch the full award show. I had to work that night. But I want to see. How does it look? Does it look okay?
It looks way more enhanced visually. Vin Diesel belongs in there. He belongs in there. Like, he looks like he's up in those woods. Mm-hmm. He grew up next to prehistoric stuff. But honestly, it looks like there's going to be possibly a legit storyline to it. I feel like by them adding him into it, there needs to be some kind of storyline, because you can't just have Vin Diesel pop up out of nowhere like that and not wonder where the heck has he been, and everything. It looks like it's probably going to be more welcoming to more gamers, because the first Arc is kind of, it's a grindy game. Not everybody's in it for the long haul, but I think with him being onto the second one, I think it's probably going to bring out different type of gamers to go at least check it out.
All right. Well, with all of this stuff going on, I do know they talked about Among Us new map and what all that's supposed to
So did they say
detail.
when the new map was going to drop or not yet?
I don't remember, to be quite honest. They said they was going to show it and then it should be dropping soon after. So I'm assuming probably soon. I'll check after the podcast. But yeah, one game that I was kind of like, how is that not possible? Because you said that Among Us won the mobile game of the year, and I was wondering why didn't Genshin Impact win?
Because I think because more people was playing either on PC or console than on mobile. Because you got to think about it. Among Us is more so of a it's really kid friendly. So like my son and my daughter, they just play Among Us, and my nephew, they both or all three of them playing Among Us on their phones and stuff like they're on their devices. So yeah, I can see that happening.
Well, the reason why I thought it would be Genshin Impact was because Genshin Impact won the iOS best mobile game, and they were saying like the player count on mobile phones was like the highest out of their whole category. But I don't know if Among Us is on iOS or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just thought it would be Genshin Impact.
I think Among Us probably won mainly because like it's a really big diversified demographic.
Yeah.
Everybody, goes ahead and plays. And then on top of that, since it is crossplay, like you could play in somebody's game who's on PC or whatever. So the level of insanity that it caused, source of a lot of memes. I do think also the social media presence did play a big impact on it. You have way more people creating like all types of memes off of that versus Genshin Impact. It's a hit.
Yeah, because I would play on PC. You seen that, Green? When we would play on PC, Buddy would be playing on his phone, or Kai would be playing on his phone, and would be able to play with us and stuff like that. So that was, a real good thing.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah. All right. RJ brung up Back for Blood. I didn't see that, but he says it's like Left 4 Dead. Munchkin said I hate that game. New Dragon Age title. I still haven't beaten the last Dragon Age. They keep coming out with these new games, dog. I can't finish them all. I'm still working on goddamn Watch Dogs Legions. Yeah, but this awards was, as best as they possibly could for the situation we're in. But again, Last of Us Part 2, baby.
Yeah, whatever.
So if you haven't played it, go ahead and pick that up. Game of the year, best
Game
studio.
Of the year came out halfway through the year.
But I mean, it's Game of the Year, the full year, January to December.
Yeah, but didn't it only drop in June?
Well, didn't Animal Crossing only drop in February?
Boom. That's the beginning of the year, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Game of the Year.
So you guys had to wait to drop.
No, that's the normal time frame. It's
Animal Crossing was out there through the cold.
Hey, look. It
Help
doesn't
people
matter.
thaw out of it.
Doesn't matter how long the game's been out.
No, they literally had Thanksgiving in people's islands. They let people wear masks. They brought together community.
And I spent all summer in Seattle trying to look for Joel's killer. So we're at the same place. I don't see why. What's the difference? We're saying the same things.
Man.
I was running through the 6 with my woes, trying to kill people because they killed Joel. I was, trying to look for somebody, killing dogs.
I remember that. I'm like, Green, no.
Clickers and all.
Oh my
because they were trying to bite a chunk of your neck out. Creating crafty might I say that game has a wild imagination with how to craft fucking explosives. Because I would have never thought a can of beans, nails, alcohol, and gunpowder would ever do the stuff they did in that game.
Wow, I was like, oh, okay, well.
I was like, oh, a can of beans? That's all I need. All right, cool.
Right.
Like Disney plans.
I keep that in mind.
Yeah, like, all right, cool. All right, but on to the next one. All right, so this one is kind of a two-part. So let me talk to y'all real quick. I found this nice little article. Kind of looking around for other stuff, and I just came across it, and it wasn't planned to be talked about, but I think it's something that everybody should read whenever you get a chance to. It's in the Tech Radar, and it's titled "There's No Logging Off from Race in Video Games." And the true title is No Escaping Gaming. It talks about how we all play video games to escape the negatives in IRL, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And how the negatives of IRL for people of color tends to pop up even in gaming.
Correct.
And that escaping gaming is actually a privilege that is not warranted to everyone, but only the people who have privilege in IRL the most as well.
Yeah.
And the reason why I thought this was a good article to share was because of we had a interview earlier this week with Zombie Kills that I'm gonna play in a little bit, or play a little snippet of it. And it's on the Real Ones Gaming YouTube page as well. So you guys can watch the whole thing there. But in it, she talks about a lot of things, including colorism, the situation that she was been in the last few weeks, and how it's kind of weird that, number one, people don't believe in racism in the gaming community, and they don't see it, but how blatant it is.
Mm-hmm.
People are really blind to that, and they don't really realize that the people that you say you share a community with is hurting, and you don't give a shit. Zombie Kills came out, and she basically said that there needs to be more representation for women of color as far as the console release for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox. She never begged for one. She never said anything like that. She just said, hey, it would be nice if someone were to be given a chance so that we can see people like us review these consoles. Because, yes, it's cool that we see people like, I'm just naming names. I don't know if they got a console release. I'm just saying. It's cool if we see Markiplier or Ninja or Valkyrie or whoever get these consoles and they review it, and that's cool, but why can't we see someone who looks like us?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. We're not asking that they're the only ones who get it. We're just asking, hey, we see other cultures get that kind of representation, however we don't. Can you just put it in somebody's hands? So fortunately for her, Sony said, all right, here you go. You be that person. And then Microsoft said the same thing. And she explains how the consoles came into play. So there's more to the story than that. If you want to hear the full details of how she got the two consoles, she explains it on the full video. After she receives these consoles, though, she received a lot of hate, death threats, so much from the community that said, we're all one and we got to be open-minded, but they weren't open-minded to listen to the words she said out of her mouth.
Exactly.
One of these videos, and I'm gonna be completely transparent with everyone listening. One of the main video that brought a lot of attention was Griffin Gaming. Griffin Gaming made a thing. I watched it, and I can tell you from experience what it sounded like to me was he was giving an opinion about things that was not said. I've never been given to seeing these things that people have been claiming. I've been asking for it. I'm always one to say, well, I never want to be wrong. So if you have the proof, show me the proof. However, no one has ever shown me the proof that she said anything different. So I have to go with what I've seen. And what I've seen is her saying, I just want representation. I don't care who gets the console. I'm not begging for the console. People thought she did beg for the console, that she used race. One person even accused her of using Breonna Taylor's death to get what she wanted, which I never seen her say anything remotely like that.
She never did.
It never did, and no one ever showed any kind of tweets or video clips or anything of her doing that. People kept saying she begged, but the only thing I saw was one tweet where, like I said, she never even asked for the console. She said, I would just like someone
to be represented.
That's it. And I think that's something really big for people to see that and get so upset because someone is telling you, hey, we don't feel represented in the community that we are a part of. We don't feel like there's enough us. And for a group of people to get that upset, it's a little ridiculous. It's even more ridiculous when this person is trying to explain their point and you no longer listen and you just come up with things that are just imaginary in your head. So we sat down with Zombie Kills Tuesday, me and Bridge. Miss Pinky 313 was the producer. She came up with the questions and just kind of, made sure we were in check, that we were non-biased about the situation. And we went into it and we had a really good conversation. It was probably something that I think not only did Bridge learn a lot, but I too myself learned a lot. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that for you guys, and then we'll be back as soon as it's done. And as a gaming content creator, what are some of the issues and challenges that you faced, and how did you overcome them?
I mean, if you're in the game space at all and you vibe out in our space, you know how little representation we actually get as people of color, marginalized people, or, anybody, LGBTQIA, which I am, or disabled like I am. We don't have a lot of representation in the media that we consume. So being a person in the space, if you were to ask a lot of people right now, let's ask a lot of big media outlets who they think the top Black streamers are, they're going to struggle to find us. Case in point, Keemstar the other day with his little comments about how he didn't know who, the top Black gamers are. We don't really have us to look for in the space in the same way that people can name off 25 cis white male streamers. And we struggle for visibility. We struggle for audience because we don't have the same reach or the same opportunities that are being given to us in spades because, we're held to a higher standard of content creation that's often unattainable and financially prohibitive, right? And so content creation is just something that is a struggle for a lot of us. And I've definitely kicked ass at it in the past year. I've done a lot. I think I've made a lot of strides forward, and I've been able to get a lot of awesome opportunities through a lot of hard work, and I've been able to help provide other people with opportunities in this space and open some doors, or kick in a couple, if you will. And I'm really loving it. But yeah, it's something I'm going to be overcoming for my entire career, because whereas I make a mistake publicly and will be blacklisted from something, my cis white male counterpart can make the same mistake publicly over and over again and not be chastised or have opportunities taken from them. So yeah, it's always going to be us overcoming or us having to be better than 3 times as hard, right? As people of color, we hear that our whole life. Yeah, we're taught that from kids, from when we're small. Hey, you're gonna have to be 25 times better than Brittany to get less opportunities than Brittany, right? Like, and they're gonna hold you to a higher standard than they'd ever think about holding Brittany to, because if a black woman makes a mistake, we're aggressive or we're unprofessional or we're this, that, and the third. Whereas if other people make mistakes, they're given so much grace. It's just liberally poured all over them. So yeah, I think I'll constantly be overcoming for the rest of my career.
And I guess I'm going off the list of questions, but just kind of piggybacking off of that, it's got an idea. Like, what do you think about people? Well, not just not people, but black people, us. What do you think about us thinking that we don't like we are afforded the same opportunities, that the struggle is not there? What do you think about that?
I think that's wildly inaccurate and based in ego. When people do that, it's if you did get an opportunity and you think for a second that it didn't come without a lot of planning put behind the opportunity you got as a black person, that's wild to me. It's also coming from a place of whatever privilege you were afforded differently, and it all comes down to like a roll of the dice, right? Like, you might get this opportunity and there might not have been no struggle for you to get to it, but what had to happen to the person before you to get there? What had to happen in the series of events that led up to that blessing in your life? Like, I think people don't really think about the big picture when they say things like that. And they are rooted in self. So their struggle is only related to self, which is narcissistic as hell. But it's also quite damaging to us to assume in our egomaniacal existence that, just because I didn't have it that bad means this next person didn't have it that bad. Not all black people or not all disabled people. Those are harmful rhetorics that we kind of have to stomp out.
Yeah, because there are people that think that we don't have to fight, or like the fight is not as bad, or, it's weird to me for people to think that, like, that we're on the same playing field, pretty much. Like, we're on the same playing field as cis white males or white people in general. Like, there are quite a few of us that believe that.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of people that think the world is fucking flat, but those people are psychos. So, I mean, honestly, like I said, it's rooted in selfishness, and it's rooted in what we like to call the Highlander theory. There can only be one Negro. Like, there can only be one of us in a space, so I'm going to do this. And a lot of that's rooted, if we're just being really frank, in white supremacist thinking that they've been programmed. You guys remember Mos Def? Anyway, you guys, am I old?
No.
Okay, so Mos Def, Talib Kweli, where he's like, even my conditioning's been conditioned, and the sample from the song where he's talking about, I can't help it, brother. Even my conditioning's been conditioned. And I think that all the time when I get but I'm black and I feel like this, because lately during the blowback that I've been suffering in the games industry, I've got a lot of, as a black man, I hope you die, bitch, in my emails lately. And I'm like, cool. Like, I just roll my eyes, because in that instance, they're becoming agents of white supremacy, and they're literally dying on a hill to help the white supremacist machine move forward. And it's wild to me.
It's wild to hear that a black male can, not support his black woman. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad for me from not a lot of relevant black people. I'll be very frank. None of the people in my fucking inbox saying that crazy shit and making death threats to me are in any way, shape, or form relevant. But it goes to show you how incredibly poisoned our own well is. For people trying to get an opportunity, and they want so badly to be seen that they will, fight for scraps in front of the master however they feel fit.
So with that being said, like, how can we reduce the toxic behavior and harassment in gaming? How can we do that?
We have to take no prisoners approach, and we have to stand as a united front as much as we possibly can. which is very hard for any marginalized group to do because of the conditioning of white supremacy. It's very easy for us. This is such a deeper conversation, but it's very easy for us to fight against each other like crabs in a bucket, right? Because we feel like there can only be one of us in a space because we've been so conditioned to fight all these things. We've been so conditioned to have infighting, whether it was from people being house inwards to people working in the fields. They've conditioned us to constantly fight, to use colorism in our fights with each other. It's a way to keep us from obtaining any sort of equity and power in anything in our society. So for us to first begin the backlash, we need to unify as a people. We don't get to choose who we side with. We actually just need to support the people that need supported and don't say, but I don't like the way she talks, or I don't like the way he looks. It starts by us supporting the people that need to be supported and calling out wrong behaviors when it's wrong, period. And that's very hard to say and very hard to do, especially when people do things that are very distasteful to us. But if they're being harassed over something that you can tell is blatantly wrong, you got to slide in behind them. You have to. We got to unify it, because if we're unified, they can't stop us, period. And then from there, we need to move forward, and we need to start utilizing our media outlets as well. We need to start using our power, showing our buying power to people, showing how much our money and our influences everything. Black people are tastemakers. We are the culture behind everything that rides in this country. If we were to utilize that, we could stop everything. We are the cogs in the machine that's upholding white supremacy, which is kind of hard to say, but it's true. We're so short-sighted. We haven't really worked together in ways in a long time that need to be done. And right now what we're facing is a resurgence of the civil rights era all over again. And we need to stomp that out. We need to start addressing these platforms that give big platforms to hate. I have a meeting with YouTube Gaming on Monday. I'm excited to talk to them about the things I think that they can do to protect marginalized people on their platform. But they have to think people over profit. And we have to show these businesses choosing people over profit is actually choosing profit. Yeah. We have to reward the places that do good by us. So if a platform is actively trying to protect Black people, that's where we need to place our money. Period.
Exactly.
When we have companies that are defending and supporting us, that's where we place our money. When Nike came out in support of Colin Kaepernick, we dumped our money back in there. We need to continue to show in real ways, show up and show out for the people that have our vested interests as people of color. Period. When we show them that in numbers, when we make these movements, like the resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement, because it was never not a movement, it didn't just get created in June. When we show them, though, our power like that, things change. I was part of a conversation in June that changed the gaming industry. I was part of Spawn on Me's A Lesson in Blackness. We changed a lot in the game industry, and I have continued to champion for change since then, and I will continue as long as I have a voice to fight for change in this space. But I can't do it by myself, and I can't do it while I have people behind me saying, well, y'all are only supporting her because she's racially ambiguous, or maybe you're only supporting her because you think she's pretty. How about you support me because I'm about the fucking cause, period. Period. I've heard the whispers
I just got chills a little bit when you said that.
It makes me so angry to hear people say things like that, because it is so dismissive and so reductive of what we're dealing with. And it is those tiny little digs that we get from other people of color that actually dismantle our movement before it's able to gain traction.
All right, guys, and we're back. All right, so what you just listened to was just a part of the conversation we had with Zombie Kills. Like I said, it was a longer conversation. It was I think over an hour, but I think the YouTube page was an hour, and then even after we stopped recording, we had an even longer conversation about it too. So it's always hard to kind of jump into these serious conversations because you gotta kind of make sure that you say exactly what you want to say in the correct way. I do not have an issue with someone who disagrees with someone.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem with the way people disagree and the methods they go about in showing their disagreements, if that makes sense. I agree with zombie kills. I think there should be more representation for women of color, for people of color, for anybody, for the trans community, for whoever. Like, I think there should be a good deal of representation. This isn't new. It's something that's been happening for a while. And for people to get upset with her. Now, I did see someone put in the comments that a lot of people had a problem with the size of her community. Here's where that kind of fell through, and she explains it. The reason why she keeps saying impact over numbers is because her impact is very much bigger than her numbers. Yes. Me and Pinky kind of found that out about, impact over numbers throughout, the last year, where we see our numbers on the following, but then when you apply for like certain sponsorships or something, they always ask what are your socials, and they count how many people do you reach. So even though my following count might be like 400 on Twitch, my impact level is over 1,000 just for Twitch. And so when you think about that, plus what you get on YouTube, plus what you make on Facebook, plus Twitter, your following on these individual things could be less than 300-400, but then your impact is in the thousands. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's remarkable because I did my numbers. I'm like, what? I didn't think about that,
Exactly.
So it's about impact over numbers.
And also, it's something to be put place. She was making impacts even outside of the normal gaming platforms. So, for instance, she was on Good Morning America. She was on IGN. She was in multiple publications. She was on multiple podcasts. She was all over the place. She was like literally everywhere speaking about this issue. So, when someone says, well, her numbers, well, mind you, again, she was a partner on Twitch, so regardless of what you might say, when we add everything up, her reach, her impact was phenomenal. So I can see why a company like Sony or Microsoft would say, okay, here you go, you can be that representation. I can see that. Because she has a lot of people to reach.
I think that what people also need to understand is that we're living in a day and age, the prospected audience is not always the audience that's looking.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand how this industry works, but you watched her interview, you're going to have a different thought process as to what she was saying versus if you were their actual intended audience.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately / fortunately, that is the day and we are in, especially with social media, because what happens is this: somebody does an article, people decide to go ahead and take clips from the article. Their audience may not be the same audience in which the original interview was meant to hit. So now their audience is coming up with a totally different perspective, but they were not the intended audience. That's why sometimes when it comes down to news outlets, I actually hate when people comment, because I'm like, they did not ask for you guys to comment. It was not, we did not this so that you can have your own opinion. What we did is we just wanted to present to you the information. That's one of the scariest things about presenting information on social media, because social media is not algorithmically inclined to just say, oh, okay, that I know. Say for instance, if you guys are The Last of Us, right? Mm-hmm. And I go ahead and I retweet it, knowing good Minecraft, they're not going to have the same perspective on that post as your guys' audience did. Mm-hmm. So that's something that I think people need to realize. And I've told that to some people, is some stuff just wasn't for you. Some stuff isn't for you to grasp because you're not in the arena to grasp it. You don't understand. That's why some industry conversations don't happen to the public. Because what the heck do I look like talking about I built knucklehead that don't even know that you have to build a game in order to be a game, you know? So it is unfortunate that what happened was somebody who was not looking to do anything positive with the information given knowingly decided to bait her to a large group of people who were not the intended audience of the original piece. And that's how people bait people. You know, that's just what they do. And it's sickening. It pulls numbers though, let's just be honest. That people like drama. But it's really trivial, and that's how you get so many people with this weird type of information that they don't even get, or because they were just told the tidbits that they were told in order for them to form a negative opinion. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of wild.
The other part is also, it's just people don't understand how to just listen and just be like, yo, you know what? I didn't see her say that. So I don't know if I can get mad at something I didn't see her say.
But it's social media. Yeah. It's social media. There's no such thing as fact checking. Our own, whatchamacallit doesn't check his own self. So we're living in such a rapid speed type of thing. It's information goes in, and if it sticks, it sticks. It may be the wrong amount of information, thing, but all you know is that little part, and then you take that part, and it's now on you to decide to research. But there's too many lazy people in the world. How many people are really going to go ahead and fact check everything? Not a lot, but the people within the industry would. Mm-hmm. But nobody else is, and then
that's true.
Nobody can really tell you anything because you're like, oh, great, another N-word just out here talking. Here we go. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, another N-word just out here talking.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, I just thought it would be a nice thing to listen to today. Once again, you can catch the whole entire thing on YouTube right now at the RealOnesGaming YouTube channel. I think I might even do a stream this week where I just play the whole thing in its entirety on Twitch. So make sure that you check us out on Twitter or Instagram for that announcement if that happens. Bridge says, I like the real Janey Laney. Can we keep her around for a while? I mean...
right. I'll hold her tight. Don't worry. I'll put her right in the nobody else will tamper with her, okay?
I mean,
Munchkins said no.
Listen.
Both y'all in there.
I mean, Real Ones Gaming don't have any Minecraft players, so I mean, we do need one.
But listen, Munchkin, I also said I learned. Thanks. You're sowing the seed.
Right, exactly. I would say that too. Sow the seed, plant the seeds.
Well, she's already part of the community of Real Ones. I mean, she's in the Discord. Mm-hmm. That's all you need to really do to be in the community.
Don't say that out loud. No. Take that back. No, stop right there. Don't.
You have to be in a community, the sex accepted community.
There you go.
We can always. Now we remove you.
Don't.
I'm so done.
Shoot that gun without checking the bullets.
What do you mean?
You shoot that gun.
I said community. I didn't say a member.
That too. I'm just saying. we were saved by the glorious God.
By the glorious God. Wow.
Amen.
Okay, then we will give her an application, and if she so feels.
No. She's approved. I'm just talking about other folks that we won't mention.
Well, yeah, of course. However, I don't think we have that problem with anyone that we approve of. Yeah, like no. But yeah, we'll definitely have discussions, especially during this podcast. One thought that came across my head is to have a panel discussion. So, we'll definitely be setting it up sometime soon. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool to listen to and stuff like that. But Pinky, anything across your desk?
Yes. A lot of things came across my desk. Hold on, let me pull it back up because the screen just went poof. But yes, Ashanti, bless her soul, she has tested positive for COVID. So if you guys was expecting the versus last night, that's why it was canceled. She stated that she had tested positive or got the results back, if you will, a few hours before her and Keisha Cole were supposed to do the verses. My little heart was broken because I had my baby fat purse ready. I had my baby fat jacket ready with my velour suit. Okay,
she said,
with my little Timberland suits. Yes, I was ready to go. I had my ponytail in with the romance curl. I was ready to sing "Baby, Baby, Baby" and some Keisha Cole. I really was, but it has.
I was ready to not be on social media.
Right. Yeah, they postponed it for January, I believe the 9th, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So that's enough time for her to, quarantine and get better and stuff like that. If you guys follow the Shade Room, she did. She was on her live and she was talking, and she seemed fine, And that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize that they have COVID because they may not show the symptoms. Yeah. And she's one of those people that didn't show symptoms. She, she wasn't coughing or, her airways wasn't tight, stuff like that. The usual symptoms. She didn't show it. She looked fine. But yeah, just keep her in prayer, keep her lifted. Let's see. What else? Oh, I see here Duke Nukem, if y'all remember that game back in the day. The co-creator George Browser pushed back against I can never say it. Is it Kotaku article?
Kotaku?
That argument games
Pinky's
that
not a weeb.
Require, you know what, you mind your business. Require crunch conditions for developers should not be rewarded best direction honor at the Game Awards. So basically, I'm guessing he's not too fond of the creators that won awards at the game, or I'm saying not game show, the Game Awards. So yes, a lot of people beating his butt down. they really getting with him. So yeah, that's a little tip if you want to, have a little chuckle. Go on Twitter. It's trending. So
okay.
But that's it. That's all. Wait.
RJ did mention that Disney went crazy also the last couple of days.
Disney have been wilding out. From what I heard, I haven't got the chance to sit down and see what all damage they've done.
Man,
but yeah, I mean they've done good damage and bad damage. Good damage is we'll get a lot of shows and cartoons with people of color. So that's a good thing. On the other hand, I'm not sure if the negative yet, but I heard they was wild. It was real wild.
It was no negative. It was no negative. It was all positive. Mm-hmm. If you're a Marvel or Star Wars fan, oh my God.
It's a lot of Marvels. I know Greg told me last night or the night before last that Black Panther 2 comes out in 2022, which is fine. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm hoping nobody else has anything negative to say with that too. But yeah, what's coming out in 2021, Green? You know, off the top.
Well, starting with Disney Plus that I can know off the top of my head, the Loki series is coming out. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is coming out. WandaVision's coming out. They have a couple animated cartoons for Marvel as well coming out. Into the Spider-Verse is in production. Spider-Man, they're calling it Spider-Man 3, but it's a sequel from Far From Home. Is coming out. Or it at least is in production starting in. There's another X-Men movie, but before that, it's an Eternals movie, which introduces X-Men into the MCU. There's a gang of Marvel movies, actually. Captain Marvel 2 is being worked on. Pinky already said it, but Black Panther 2 is being worked on. Avengers is being set up for during the next 2-3 years. The next Thor movie is being worked on. They moved Black Widow from this year to next year. Damn, what else? Star Wars has like at least 3 to 4 new series coming out to join Mandalorian.
This is like, you know what? You want content? We got it.
Yeah.
Release the house.
And it looks really nice. Like some of the shows that they saw in the concepts were like really good. And this is where I know Pinky and everybody else will probably black out. But for you people who like Star Wars,
I like Star Wars.
Yes, Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming out with his own featured film.
Hey, he deserves it.
And I can't remember the actor's name. I want to say it's Christensen. Whoever played Anakin in episode 1 through 3. I can't remember his name. But whatever his name is, he's playing Anakin in the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. So he's coming back as Darth Vader / Anakin. So that's gonna be kind of cool to see. It was a lot. It was just a lot. Like Disney pretty much said, just so you guys know, this is what we've been working on. Splatter, splatter, splatter. All over the place.
And the crowd goes wild.
They didn't give. I don't know what happened or why Disney did it. Maybe they feel threatened by stuff that other companies are doing. I don't know.
Well, a lot of it was because they lost. They've been losing a lot of money. They had to fire so many workers from their theme park.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so they were losing a lot of money. So if you guys something really big with their app, because what Disney is projecting is that it's not going to really be safe for us to really be out and about like we were, probably not next year.
Definitely not.
So what they're doing is they're trying to give out all this content. They're trying to make people and everything like that. So then they have stuff lined up because there are a lot of people who are scared to go out. So they're like, okay, cool, boom. So you guys want to be scared to stay at home? We got something. Disney Plus. We have all these movies coming out. So it really was a good thing for people to have. Recently, they did come out with the Minecraft, Star Wars Minecraft map too. What? So they're trying, yeah. So they're trying to do everything that they can do to secure a more virtual bag. Because if you think about it, they, up until Disney Plus, they were not really totally on a virtual scene. It was all about either their movies or physically to the theme parks. But with that happening, with the whole entire Harry Potter, all of these things going on, and it's a lot of their money shut down, like their stock went down.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is supposed to rev everything up because remember Disney has their hand in a lot of stuff. So they're trying. I feel like they're just trying to reclaim They're trying to reclaim a lot of the things and what better way, keep on giving more content for two of these really cult series. These are going to be the cult classics. Still talk about 60 years from now.
Exactly.
So I see what they're doing there. It's business.
The Star Wars franchise. Yeah, that's
I'm still upset about the Star Wars thing. I'm kind of upset that George Lucas did that. Mm-hmm. I am still not recovering from the Disney merge. I did cry when I found out, because his thing was like, listen, I got this girl over here. I'm gonna life of everything because I still want to make some money, but here goes a good chunk. Yeah, I was just a little bit salty because that actually took off a lot of their Star Wars series that they had on Cartoon Network. Mm-hmm. And everything like that. So I'm still a bit.
They have the series on Cartoon Network. I remember.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they didn't play it. I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, I was sad. I was very sad. And at first, if George Lucas died, because I was like, excuse me? I was like, did they kill him off? Why is he giving stuff away? It's like, your girl, want to live your life. So I think he's with the black woman. Yep. He was like, listen, all right, I got introduced to the culture, so I'm going to be introduced to the retirement culture partially, and here you guys go. But I think it's also a great way for them to reinvent Star Wars for the younger generation to come, because now, if you guys think about it, now you're going to start seeing Star Wars so many different types of ways, and kids are going to be really, really into it. So, they did their thing.
I think the Disney merger with Star Wars, I didn't like it at first, but I like it now.
Yeah.
I really
thought
like
they were going to Disney-fy it at first. At first, I thought that Disney-fy it, and I thought I was upset. I planned on being upset.
Come across the screen?
No, listen, I really thought I was going to be so upset. I wanted to get on my computer and type a letter. I thought I was going to be so upset because, remember, when Disney, so for instance, one of the biggest things is Disney when it comes down to anime, right? Because anime, you have the original version, the English dub, and then sometimes Disney English dub, which is trash. Kiki's Delivery Service has 2 English dubs, and I hate the mess. But when Disney puts their hands on certain things, the dialogue will really change. And sometimes it becomes to, hey guys, let's go outside and play, instead of, being about the action. But I do commend that they still did keep the sanctity of the Star Wars storylines. I think that with this amount of reach that they actually do have, I feel like they are going into a direction because they're doing extra lore that a lot of people don't know about. Because I used to have the Star Wars book. I'm telling you, I really love Star Wars. Have the Star Wars books where it goes into each lore of all the characters. So if Disney plays their cards right and actually is able to show children this, it's literally going to just produce money upon money for even just from that area alone. Yep. So, they did good.
Yeah, they did really good. I think they're doing even better with Marvel, especially with the acquisition of Fox. I don't know how that's going to happen, but they said that they're going to keep the same ratings for some of these movies that they had before. So for those that were afraid of how Deadpool was going to change, according to them, they're keeping the same director and it's still rated R and it's still going on with it. We saw that partially with that horror movie for the X-Men that came out. That was supposedly the first movie that was Fox owned that was being distributed under Disney. Unfortunately, it flopped because of COVID, but
There's that.
yeah, but you know, whatever.
Due to the disturbance of the force, that happened.
But you know, it's good to see that Disney realizes like it's good to have like a PG-13 kind of feel, but it's also nice to have a rated R and up. You're gonna have to do that to succeed in life, because although you're introducing these stories to the new generation, the ones who's paying for them is the ones that grew up with that.
Yeah.
So you can't forget about us 30 up people, like, or 20 and up people too. You can't forget about us because we're the ones who made this genre what it is now. These kids don't understand sometimes the stories that they're watching.
We did this.
Yeah, like people sitting around, even in the chat today, like, you know, like, oh, you're old for AOL. But do you know how old you got to remember episode 4, 5, and 6?
Shut up.
Of Star Wars?
Shut up. Listen, I didn't live during that time, but my mom.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that.
They explained to me what happened when that man said, Luke, I am your father. They were going ham. Crazy.
Oh, no.
It broke the airways.
Not at all, because I'm a big Star Wars fan. Anybody will tell you. I have episode 1 through every Star Wars movie, to be honest with you. Not only in DVD, but also VHS.
Yes. Yeah, I have the original. I have the whole entire the cartridge, like the art. And yes.
And I only don't have it on DVD. I don't have that remake where they add fucking Anakin in the end. I have the original. Okay?
Shut up. Don't talk about that weird thing.
We don't digitally modify movies around here. We like the original. Fucking Anakin at the end.
I still remember when Luke saw his aunt and uncle had been murdered. Now, and this is the funniest part of that movie. But when that skeleton was laying face down and I crack up laughing every time. It's like the music plays and all you see is the skeleton just like yes. I'm not
appreciate stuff like that.
Also,
I appreciate the fact that that Star Wars has been around that long, and it is it's something you can't possibly mess up. Like even when people was upset about the Solo movie, I enjoyed it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I enjoyed the last trilogy. I enjoyed it. I had no problems with any of them. A lot of people had problems with characters not being developed correct. I enjoyed the story. The overall story, I enjoyed it. I didn't have any problems with them. I didn't, get upset about it. I don't care that, Finn and Poe didn't get as much shine as they probably should have. I didn't. I just watched the movie and enjoyed the story and was like, okay, cool, I get it. That last little twist at the end of who Rey was, that was a nice touch. I wish they had built it up a little bit better, but it was a nice touch. So I enjoy Disney's management of their properties so far. As long as I don't see fucking Mickey Mouse in the next Avengers movie, I'm good.
Listen, he's gonna be out there. He's a character. He's gonna start painting everything. It's gonna be like Fantasia, like post-COVID.
If they replace fucking Mr. Lee's cameos with fucking Mickey Mouse.
Listen, I'm here for all the Easter eggs that are gonna break the movie. I'm gonna be looking, right? I'm gonna be looking. Like, oh, you slid Hillary Duff out over there? Like, okay, Hillary Duff. Like, I'm telling you.
They're about to put this in the same universe as Disney. Especially now that they're going into the multiverse. Jesus Christ.
And
Mickey Mouse is about to walk across the screen in the next Spider-Verse like, I think you're in the wrong universe, kid. Ha ha. Like, and I'm just going to lose it. I'm walking out of the movie theater.
Be like, ma'am, sir, ma'am, sir. No.
Who did this? Who decided at your board meeting that it was okay to put Disney in this? Who?
But I mean, people do need to think about it though, because even Disney Channel has it, and not a lot of kids these days will notice it. But Disney Channel used to have more live action.
Mm-hmm.
Some scary shows, like So Weird. So Weird was a scary show, and there's one episode I tried to watch it on Disney Plus when I had Disney Plus. I still had to cover my eyes because it was scary. But they used to have more live action shows. So what I'm thinking that they are actually doing is it's allowing those people to tap in again to the realism, the realistic things that they want to see in a movie. So I think that's why they're still trying to preserve what those franchises originally meant to people. Because they have the people who have the creativity to do it. It's just on their channel for, Disney Channel, they're just not able to do it right there anymore. So it's going to be good, hopefully.
And I saw Munchkin Doom saying, but I can't laugh at Titanic. Funny story.
Oh God.
I laugh at Lion King, so.
What?
Yeah, he does. He does.
Wait, at which part? Because there are some funny parts. Not.
When Mufasa dies.
Hold up, because he goes, brother. He's like, no.
No.
And the next thing you know, he's tossing his arms around. Whoa! And then you just be going. No. You're trash.
When after Mufasa gets stomped out and Simba cross over to him.
No, you laugh at that?
He's real. I don't understand it. I bless his heart.
I can never explain why it's funny. My body is just natural to just laugh at it. Like, every time I see it, I just bust out laughing.
So you really might need to get checked psychologically because I think that where your body is putting laughter in, it's really your brain is trapped and it cannot produce the sad tears. Instead, it's coming out laughing. How do you laugh at that?
When and I usually try, I really try. Like, every time somebody shows me the movie or just a scene, I really try to keep it in. But as soon as Simba goes, wake up, I lose it. I lose all control. I just gotta.
You have a syndrome that needs to be diagnosed. There's something wrong with you. That's the saddest part.
Exactly.
It's hilarious. I don't know why. It's just hilarious. I don't know if it's because of the way he's saying it.
Listen, it makes me feel way better about your Titanic. Because, see, Munchkin laughs because when the Titanic is, sinking and the front of the ship goes up in the air, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember, you still had the orchestra that was going to go down with the ship, right?
That part's funny to me, too.
Listen, there's a man. All right, because remember, it is a movie based upon somewhat of a. Right. There's a man that falls doing a cartwheel, and Munchkin thinks it's the funniest thing because he does the cartwheel and hits the thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Kid you not, she thinks it's so hilarious. It will be laughing with tears just thinking about it. And the whole entire time, it's like, man, what is wrong with you?
I'm with Munchkin on that one. That is hilarious because I know exactly what part you're talking about. Yes, that's hilarious.
And hit the pole, and then he bounced off the pole and started flipping like in a cartwheel. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Munchkin, I got kicked out of my elementary class because I laughed at The Lion King. That's how it started.
That was deserved. You go to the principal office and you explain. I said, why are you just laughing?
I mean, as long as you guys are okay with me laughing.
No, I'm a tourist.
I laugh at that. I find that hilarious. And then what happens is that his egg got damaged, so he comes out with the small fin. Oh, that gets me every time. No, son, it's the funniest thing ever. That makes me laugh each time. Because he's like, it's okay. I got you. Nemo. And next you know, first day of school. Boy can't even swim right because no one is turning him over.
Look, I remember like it was yesterday. I can't remember what grade it was, but I was in my class. We was all sitting on the floor because for some reason we couldn't just sit at our desk and watch the movie. And she rolled the TV in there with the VHS and a big ass tube television set. And the whole classroom got quiet at that scene. And then all you hear is me snickering. And then he says, "Wake up." And I busted out laughing. And everybody looked at me.
Right, like something was wrong with you. Exactly.
I could not, I don't know what it is. Like, I can't explain why it's funny. It just is.
I really think that it's a syndrome. You're not wired right.
Look, I never knew what it was. I understand that here's this little kid whose father just passed away before his very eyes. I understand that. However, that scene is fucking hilarious.
I don't understand. I will never understand. It's green. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm just gonna call it the green syndrome.
But is it because they're animals?
I think so.
It might be.
Because you said because you got a motion for Last of Us or whatever.
Yeah, because it's maybe it's the way he says "get up," and I'm just like, nah, little dude, he ain't waking up. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking about? Get up.
But from a young age, you thought that was hilarious. That's the scary part.
Because he got stomped out, and you just watched him get stomped out.
Listen, many serial killers start off with animals.
Yeah.
Okay, at a young age. So,
I mean, I didn't do the stomping out. Like, that was somebody completely different. I just watched.
I'm just saying.
And it was like, clearly, this whole thing could have gone in different ways where everyone could have survived. However, you are the king of the jungle, quote, quote, king of the land, and you died from getting stomped out by these things with antlers on it. All right, cool, whatever.
I'm done. I mean, it was sad.
Look, it was very sad.
I accept you, Green. Don't worry. Look, that shit is hilarious. Matter of fact, like, if I could, and I know I would get banned, someone would have an issue with it. If every time someone follows me, that scene played on my Twitch, I would just be on there just laughing all day.
That's trifling.
Right.
I'm not going to do it, but if I were.
Remember, you just spoke on it, so prophecy fulfilled next year.
Right, exactly.
You're going to show up one day, and that's going to be it.
If somebody could get that scene in what's the rules? 5 seconds? We can have something before it's DMCA? If I can get that whole entire scene in 5 seconds, I might just have to. I might have to for the culture. I might have to just do it.
For the culture, we need to see a son lose his father.
I mean, is it
Go off,
that?
Green. Go off.
But I'm just saying, some things are, it's
I don't know.
hilarious. I get him when he laughed at the cartwheel, because I'm going to be honest, that is a funny thing to see.
Yeah, because that was wild.
Yeah, it just sucks because I really, really love Capri. And then I met Munchkin. And I'm like, Satan, hello, you come in many forms. Because she's just out there thinking it's the funniest thing ever. And we were playing Minecraft when she had said that. I remember I was digging in a mine. And I'm like, did she really just say what I think that she said? It just...
Look, the only part I didn't laugh about the Titanic was at the part where Jack sinks to his death.
No, that part is kind of laughable because that...
No, I get upset. I get angry, to be quiet. Because I'm like, You couldn't move the fuck over so he can get on top.
And then she tries to blow the whistle doing good. She has no breath left. She's like, "Hoo, hoo." That's how the whistle would sound, and then they still saved her. They should just let her die too. She pushed him off of that.
She did.
She really did. Remember when she took his little fingers off and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what she wanted. Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, she was engaged to get married to somebody, cheated on that person, then killed that person, and then went on to marry somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And had the nerve to tell her story.
And then steal that dude's name.
It is wild.
Yo, the whole thing was just weird and wild. I don't feel bad for Rose, yo. And then the treasure they was looking for that whole time, she had in her possession and threw it off.
Wait a minute. The way she dropped in the water, she's like, oof.
Had I ever in my life known that she did that while I'm sitting there searching for it, and you had it the whole time, I'm pushing you over too.
Go be like Tommy Boy Jack.
Exactly.
Like, there you go. Yeah, she just.
Wow.
I'm like, yo, this whole movie has been them looking for this jewel, and you had it around your fucking neck this whole goddamn time. Are you serious?
Yeah, she was living her wild, scandalous ways. All right, you know.
Well,
and
supposedly,
passed away.
Yeah, but there's also an alternate ending where she actually kills herself.
What?
Yeah, it's an alternate ending when she actually takes the jewel, puts it around her neck, because they're in the exact same spot where Jack does. And so she jumps over the rail and falls in.
Is this like a YouTube clip? Like,
I don't know, but there's been multiple people that worked on that movie come out and say there is an alternate version of it.
What?
And they thought it was too dark. And I was like, no, that's the one I need to see, because she had it around her neck that whole goddamn time. She needs to die too. Like, she lived too much of a long life.
Throughout these whole years, because how old was she? She was old. She was old.
Paul says Zales used it for a commercial.
Hold on. I'm looking right now. Hold up.
Not Zales.
Because when I heard about it, I was like, so you mean to tell me that they made a whole
Wait.
movie?
No, this is not what I think it should be. This is scary. I'm scared. Look. No.
She jumps off and then comes back with the ring again.
Not what you think it is. This is scary. It's the Titanic 1990.
She jumps off and then comes back with the ring again. Look. All I'm saying is they should have she should have died.
Let me see. Is this it?
Probably.
I'm so concerned.
Oh, I'm putting it in the chat. I want to see it.
So if y'all want to see that, go ahead and look it up on YouTube. But we're gonna get out of here.
Leonardo DiCaprio is so fine.
But yeah, let's get ready to get up out of here, y'all. Where is it? All right, so once again, guys, thank you for coming through to the Real Ones Gaming Podcast. We're going to get up out of here. Janey Laney, would you like to start off and tell people where they can find you and what kind of projects you're working on or what's the next moves?
All right. So, hi, guys. I just to you guys. But you guys can find me on mainly Facebook Gaming as a partner at fb.gg/Janey Laney. You guys can find me on Twitter _Janey Laney. Instagram, I am Janey Laney. If I have anything, just Google Janey Laney Minecraft and you'll find it.
You'll find it.
Yeah, you'll find everything you need. But the things that I am currently working on is putting together a community. I don't know if I want to do a server or not, but a community something for my project that's called Black Minecraft, where we talk all about diversity and inclusion. We talk a lot about disabilities and in what ways can we actually enhance the talk so that it becomes first nature in the gaming spaces and actually are proactive. I'm also trying to work with the NAACP for a few things. So if you guys do follow me on social media, you guys might be able to know what it is what it is happens out of that income. I try to keep on talking to the NAACP. Another thing that I do want to let you guys know too is that Facebook Gaming actually has a Black gaming content creators program that is out. It's very, very good. They do want more Black content creators to be able to be full-time content creators. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to put, but you know, if you guys come to my Twitter and everything, that you guys will get the information. But I do strongly urge, even if you guys are not on the Facebook platform, all right, if you guys are serious about making a difference, if you guys are serious about seeing yourself as a guiding light for somebody else who is Black, and you are a active content creator, apply, because you really never know. Think that be a partner to apply or anything like that. No, they want to ensure that more Black people, more Black content creators, gaming content creators, can make this a full-time thing. So that's something that, you know, we're getting into and whatnot. And yeah, we have some secret projects coming up, some that I can't necessarily all talk about. But I will be finishing a skin that you guys may see, you know, retweeted by a special somebody. Minecraft skin, yes. So I do Minecraft skins, and I'm doing a lot of people of color Minecraft skins because there's not enough of us who are being fully represented. So I'm doing a little winter collection and everything like that. Do stay tuned for that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And next up, it is the queen of the 8 Mile, Miss Pinky 313.
I do this every time. But yes, friends, we had an awesome and wonderful podcast. Again, thank you, Janey Laney, for coming out and speaking with us, telling us everything about you know, Black content creators, what we're going through, what we can do to make it better. I do appreciate you for that, and I will be looking up what you know, I'm saying, you know, a little razzle dazzle in the works, you know. So you guys can follow me on my social media platforms. Again, on Instagram, 313 Queen Pinky, on Twitter, Miss Pinky 313 Play _. Also on YouTube, 313 Miss Pinky. Also, I'm on Facebook, gaming. You can find me there. Just search Miss Pinky 313 Plays. I'm on there as well. And my TikTok, I gotta learn that. It's Miss Pinky 313 on there, so I'm trying to work on it.
Okay. And you know who it is. It's Greensp. You can check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Greensp _ R1G. You can check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv / Greensp _. You can check me out on TikTok, Greensp. And you can check me out, what else? TikTok, YouTube. YouTube, yeah, YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Greensp. And if you've, you know, I'll still be thinking about whether or not I'm going to be on Le Hub. You know, I might be on Le Hub. You might catch some Call of Duty stuff on Le Hub. Some cyberpunk action on Le Hub.
Oh God.
Like I said, I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on Twitch, and if it don't work out,
you gonna force it.
I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach and going on over to OnlyFans. So hurry up and you know, Right now the goal is 500. I would like to be to 1,000 before 2022.
Okay.
Oh, that's don't worry about that.
Yeah. Also, make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to my YouTube because they told me that I can't get a custom URL until I reach 100 subscribers. So
Wow, it's real wild.
yeah, that's real wild. Like I thought you could do this on this startup, but whatever. So if y'all could go on over and follow me on YouTube as well. And like I said, you never know. You might see me on the Little Hub. That's all we're gonna call it from now on, the Hub. And also, don't forget tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is movie night with the real ones. Yes, movie night. If you're, out there and you want to have some fun and watch a nice movie with the real ones, come on over in the Discord. Bridge just posted the Discord link in there. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and is right on the movie night voice channel. We'll be showing Jingle Jangle. Jingle Jangle. And sometimes we have double features, so you never know. Come on through, hang out with us, talk about Jingle Jangle. That's a musical, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bridget said, can we watch Christmas Vacation?
Yes, this Christmas. Yes, we can.
Okay.
First time wings and rain. I'm sorry, I had to.
Oh, she said never mind. She forgot about Jingle Jangle.
I mean, we can play that too. Hey, double feature. There you go.
Okay, double feature, Jingle Jangle and Christmas Vacation. So make sure y'all are there 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those that's listening on Spotify and Google Podcasts and all that good stuff, make sure that you come to the live shows on Twitch, twitch.tv/RealOnesGaming, and that way you guys can be aware of the movie nights a little bit sooner. But we have movie nights every Sunday at 7 p.m. So just come on through to the Discord. Discord link is in the description. All right. So that's it for today. Shout out to Maya97. She's not here, but we know she's been listening and checking us out, and she'll be back next week. Shout out to everybody in the chat, including all the new people that started following. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Now I'm on my way to go get my Logitech headsets. So Logitech, if you're listening, I'm looking for a sponsor. Wink, wink. I will catch you guys later. We will catch you guys later. We will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
All right, bye guys.